The button has been pressed. Aha.
We'll say the changes start happening now to how he's acting. Because I thought we were going to get through all of that, and so I didn't plan like what would happen before that, and we'll just say that it starts taking effect right about now.
And I put you on the I put you on the Erelon map, David, since you're not in the library, so you can like move around.
Oh man, I've been kicked out.
But yes, crazy things are happening. Also, you left poor Candlelight back at the hotel waiting. If I recall correctly, Little Spout, you had gone through the hospital, figured out yay twins.
I totally imagine things. Yeah, I finally can see this. I totally imagine things more like an actual like university stacks.
Wait, I remember her delivering the news of twins and him responding as some people do to this news.
What was that?
You're right, Dad, twice at the same time.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, because you came back and he was very confused. And he kind of needed his own fainting couch. I remember this now.
Yes, I definitely remember that part.
Woo! Then let's bring you back. Did you take Beautiful with you? Kind of forgot. I don't think she said anything.
I'm guessing you guys went to the library after I stepped out of the call.
Yes. Oh yeah, because you came back, and I think you needed to leave a little bit early, and then the rest of the gang went to the library. It was a happy, fun time.
You see, I turned into a pumpkin at like 9 o'clock, fairly regularly. And it's like, it's 9 o'clock, I need to go to sleep by.
That's fair. Well, we will start.
Sleep, yo.
Note to self: my chair tips over very easily.
I thought I heard the sound of somebody losing their balance.
Yeah, I leaned back and I did the whole PewDiePie, can you do this? Except I did that and then proceeded to fall backwards. I almost died, but it's okay.
We almost die every day, my friend.
Life is too short.
Or possibly too long.
Alrighty. Well, we will start out with you, Little Spout, since you were the only one not in the library. So, at the hotel.
I don't need no sticking bullets.
What was that?
I think I am some kind of wizard.
Possibly.
A water wizard. Aha! Alright, so what's going on? I was back at the thing.
Yeah.
And I talked to him. He fainted.
He fainted.
And then stuff happened.
Yeah, and that's pretty much.
And now everybody's gone.
That's pretty much where we left off. Yeah.
So fill in the blanks, please.
Oh, sorry. The rest of the party went to a library where they met up with a certain penguin, who is kind of paranoid and seemingly on the verge of a giant conspiracy. Aha.
Dun dun dun.
And that is pretty much the gist of where they got. It was just Penguin trying to get them to the second floor because they were looking for a certain Ankh.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, is there a reason that Little Spout would not go with the rest of the party?
Not that I can really think of. I believe the party told you that they were going to the library. And if not, then Candlelight would definitely tell you, because they were here at the hotel before going to the library, and you left them here at the hotel.
Very well.
However, you probably have to wake them up for that. Slap.
Then the poking begins.
Boop, boop, boop. It takes them a minute. Huh? What?
Adventure, we still have to do that. Where did everybody else go?
The library? I think.
Oh, that's not what I usually expect to find adventure. But adventure lurks around every corner.
Oh.
Even inside us, he says dramatically, putting a hook in your belly.
And he just kind of bumps up to his hooves. Yeah, okay, let's go to the library. Let's just go there. It's calm. It'll be great. Kind of starts padding along.
She tilts her head a little bit. I mean, if you're really nervous, you could always like find a book about being a dad.
And he stays somewhat quieter. Just kind of nods. Yeah.
What, you think I won't find one about being a mom? Come on.
And weak smiles are given. He's happy that you are happy.
Off they go to the library.
I can move you to the library. Oop. Oh, I should put
Well,
beautiful
depending
back.
on the time taken, I imagine the rest of the party is probably going to be things.
Well, the party was doing a good lot of things prior to, to get to that point. So around this point, when you get to the library, the party would be finishing up what they did last time. So, Little Spout, you enter the library.
Which is being mid-conversation, still,
The what?
I think.
I thought you
we're
guys
still
were thinking what floor
mid-conversation.
you were on.
Not quite mid-conversation. Like, this would be around the time when Isdell comes back downstairs. You guys asked why Ring Dancer looks so funny.
Yeah. And it was and it was finally mentioned to Steady that he had the thing, so I can not play dumb about it anymore.
Yes. So, Little Spout, you enter the library. In front of you is a small reception desk in the middle of what looks to be like a grand kind of towering thing.
Ooh.
Towering stacks of books and all sorts of manners of study. Way high above you, you can way high above you, you hear the very faint sounds of something slightly musical. Though it is somewhat calm and quiet, especially in the library. It's fairly quiet in here just to begin with. Behind the front desk
You
is.
see, we spared no expense. We had a sound system installed specifically for studying. Listen. Study. See? Perfect.
Ahead of you, just directly in front, down a small set of stairs, is kind of like a reception desk of sorts. Behind it, a rather older-looking Sphinx sits there. She's kind of reading a book. Has one of those thinner sets of glasses. She doesn't look particularly stern. She just looks enraptured in the book that she's reading. But other than that, you are on the first floor.
Little Spout zips over in that silent little floaty way that she does. And she smiles. Oh, how she smiles.
Oh, well, as silent as you were, she didn't seem to really hear you, and she's still reading her book.
She tries to read the book upside down.
Well, you get, it's definitely a fiction novel. Do you speak Sphinx?
It's like, unfortunate for her, she's dealing with a stalker that has way too much stuff.
Do you speak Sphinx, Little Spout?
I'm pretty sure that's not one of my languages.
Then in that case, you can't really read what's on the book. You only know it's fiction because whatever she's reading has, like a depiction of one of the monsters from your Castles and Crashers book.
I'm just saying that could be an actual creature. Can't prove it's not.
That's fair. That's a very fair statement.
However, she will give a little gentle ahem.
Huh? What?
Hello. Wave.
Why, hello, dearie.
I was looking for 2, maybe 3 things. Number 1, how to be a mom, preferably in Pony Edition.
She kind of thinks a second. That'll be first floor, and she kind of points somewhat behind her to her left, right down there under paternity.
Ooh, paternity. So that includes how to be a dad too? Oh, you answered 2 questions at the same time. You are the best. Clip clop.
She seems delighted.
Now, question number 2. My friends. Now, I know it's not your job to keep an eye on them, but they're a really big, diverse group, and I'm pretty sure if you saw them, you wouldn't have missed them.
Oh, yeah, they're on the second floor. She kind of points up there.
The clip-clops resume. You are absolutely the best. Why haven't they given you a raise?
And she kind of shrugs. Too focused on the sports team, I suppose.
She tilts her head. Ooh, I played that. And that's when she thinks, actually, she looks left, she looks right. She reaches with her mouth into her pouch and pulls out a single platinum coin and puts it down. You deserve so much more.
She looks like pretty surprised, and she picks it up. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you.
You have the greatest day ever. And off she zooms to grab her husbando and drag him off to the paternity section.
And I like to think that you're grabbing him by the ear or something with your hoof. You're kind of ow, 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 ow.
See, I more like to think like she like practically lands on him, puts her hoofs down, and then starts like trying to fly in that direction. It doesn't really work very well because she's, small.
Well, his horsey instincts kick in, and he gets the gist where you want to go. And
yeah, she's just kind of guiding because she can't force him.
And
physically forcing him is beyond her.
It's quite the coincidence that the letter P in Sphinx somewhat looks like the same letter P in common. And you are able to find it through the
Dun, 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 dun.
And all the different paternity books and labels and things. Occasionally you'll find one in Sphinx, but there's most of the books here seem to be in common.
Common? Not even Sylvan? Alright, common's good. We can read common.
Common, Sylvan, yeah. The common, yeah, so it would be in Sylvan, technically, since that's the general common of this place. Sorry.
Of the Fae folk, yeah.
Yeah, common of the Fae folk.
Once you start leaving the Fae folk, then that ain't so common anymore. Alright, but yes, she will happily grab one for boys and one for girls. Although if she sees one that covers both at the same time, that's even better.
There is not. However, they seem to. There's the two that you pick out seem to be by the same author. One is pink, one is blue, and both of them are aptly titled. So you want to be a dad, huh? And the other one is So you want to be a mom, huh?
She tilts her head. No, I think that option has long since passed.
And if you were to look at the table of contents, the specific section at so it already happened is effectively about halfway through the book on both indexes.
Nice. Well, at that point, she just kind of flips his book halfway through. Start here.
He looks down. Okay.
Don't worry, we'll be studying together. It'll be it's like we're learning a new story to tell in the game. It's a new adventure.
And he thinks.
Just think of all the optional new rules they have. We could rebuild our characters in new and exciting ways.
And he considers this. And he seems to come to the decision that yes, this is a good way to look at it.
See, there is no reason you can't look at life like a great big world.
And Candlelight.
Yes, I got a job. Imagine all the feasts that unlocks. Yeah.
Candlelight kind of he closes the book with like one of those little fabric bookkeepers that come on the edge of books. Kind of closes it so he keeps the page. He starts walking back over to the librarian.
Yeah, the built-in bookmark.
Yes, the built-in bookmark.
I'm sure there's like a fancy name for that, but.
And he sets the book down. He's still gesturing for you to come over there if you do so choose.
Little Spout has no reason to say no. Lit.
And Candle.
Although she has her nose somewhat half buried in the other book. And
he looks up. We would like to check out these, please. And she looks at the book. Oh, that was fast. She brings up her paw and it kind of shimmers with a little bit of magic. Right, set your hooves right here. Yes, you too, dearie. And she points to you, Little Spout.
Oh, and she has to lower herself to where her hoof can reach. Poke.
Thump, thump. And both of you are effectively stamped with a small arcane mark that promptly goes away after a second, released from your vision. And she opens the books to the beginning, like to the open cover. And in a spot that looks like it's been stamped multiple times in the same way, she kind of thump, thump, does the same thing. All right, be sure to bring it back within a week or two.
I really need to learn that magic seeing trick, she says, crossing her hooves.
Well, all you need to do is just detect it. It'll glow, I promise.
She tilts her head. No, I mean, I don't know. I'm a kineticist. I make water. And she starts dripping a little bit. Drip, drip, drip.
Ooh, don't get that too around the books. Unless they're the ones on the 5th floor or higher. I think those ones are all waterproof.
Oh, okay. But I can also make fire. She just, like, her ears ignite.
She gets a somewhat more worried look. And then...
Don't worry, I won't put it near the books. The fire goes out.
Alright, just keep it to yourself, alright?
Don't worry. Only people who need healing or bad guys will have to worry about my water and my fire.
And around this time...
You're the opposite of a bad guy. You're a good girl. See?
And around this time, Candlelight points up to the 2nd floor at what he can see to be the head of Steady Shoot. Pretty much the only head that you can see at his height. And he looks vaguely shocked.
Dun dun dun! Alarms!
I think they're up there.
Big pony. Well, we can't have that.
And yeah, he points up. I think they're up there, hun.
Oh, okay. And she spins in air and then points to the stairs, assuming she can see it.
Yep.
But then, of course, she doesn't take the stairs. She just flies straight up.
Candlelight looks thoroughly annoyed as he has to take the stairs. Actually, no, he takes the stairs. I forgot that his jetpack ability is fire-based, and that would not be...
Oh, God.
That would not be the best thing to do in a library.
Don't worry, I got this.
And around the time when Isdell had gotten down and Steady Shoot, you had been told about a certain potion, you see flying up a little spout and more, I guess, more...
And wielding a pink book.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Pingwing looks over, and he seems to just kind of like hide behind you, Steady Shoot. Who is she? Do you know her? She can't know. Shh. Act natural. And he starts just like trotting around, acting like he's like reading a book.
She's with us.
Huh? And he kind of shuffles over to you, Little Spout. Prove it.
Little Spout does not understand this person. However, they have asked her to prove something. She tilts her head at him. Okay. I will prove that Lashtada loves me. She nods firmly.
He blink. Fair enough. He looks back at his grimoire. The hippogriff.
I didn't finish proving it. I just said his thesis. This is not how this works at all.
Oh, yes. Sorry. It's been a while since I took a science class, and he thinks for a moment.
I present a hypothesis. Oh, I accept. What?
For the look of the hippogriff in front of you, he is indeed a black and white hippogriff. Though his coloration seems vaguely similar to a penguin, and a small penguin in his actual bag is kind of popping his head out and looking somewhat curiously over at you, Little Spout. He has in his hands a grimoire that is more white and blue hues. It is definitely leather bound, but on the front, in a couple different languages and kind of like an arcanish symbol esque pattern around it. It just reads Snowbook.
Ooh, Snowbook.
Snowbook.
Ooh, is that anything like water? I know water.
He looks at his book. Nope. I mean, snow is water. Yes, I suppose. There's fire in here
exactly. Too. She bobs her head. Ooh, I know fire too.
And he looks back up to you, Steady Shoot. I think your friend and I are gonna get along. He's definitely not that quiet about it.
Ooh! I can't wait to Oh, where is he? And she like spins in the air looking for her husband.
And there he is, trotting up the stairs.
Oh, come faster, come faster! I found another fire water bender.
I'm not athletic. And he bumps on the top stairs.
I would carry you if I could.
And he kind of picks himself up. Hi guys. And he waves around.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if she put on muleback cords, it would not be sufficient.
And as he waves and says hi guys in somewhat of a loudish manner, a couple sphinxes more out in the distance along the railings that were reading on tables just shh. Oh, sorry.
And so she shall point over at him. He's like me. He does fire and water, though he specializes in fire, and I specialize in water.
And he gives a thumbs up. I don't think I could do water though.
She tilts her head. No, I mean you do water. You just like water when it's really cold.
And thinks. I guess. And he gives a smile. Whatever you say, hon.
I mean, if you made snow and you just left it alone, it would turn into water.
Oh, are you talking about Pingling? I thought you were talking about.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about your husband. Wrong NPC.
No, I was introducing Penguin to the idea of the husband by saying he also does fire and water, but specializes in fire.
Gotcha. And
I wasn't talking to the other person because he's across the room and out of the room.
Yeah, sorry about that. And he does give a claw thumbs up. He looks toward there. Well, all sorts of magic, it seems.
Ooh. Do you know how to put fire and water together?
And he kind of raises an eyebrow. Yeah? Of course.
Little Spout looks confused. Oh, you do?
You've never thrown a snowball into a fireplace? Just me? Okay.
Well, that either puts out the fire, or you end up with a bunch of water.
I would say that is a correct observation. He puts a claw up into the air. Aha! Science!
But if you put them together just right, she puts her hoofs together and concentrates, and bits of steam start rising up.
More research is necessary, he thinks to himself. He kind of gives a wink. I'm just kidding, I know that.
I had a feeling.
Alright, are we gonna...
It's a secret.
Oh, and then he kind of goes tap, tap, tap. Oh, yes, right. And he kind of leans in, and he looks more concerned and serious, and he leans in. Are you here for the cause?
She tilts her head. No, I'm here for maturity and also to find my friends. Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hello.
From the distance.
We were talking about Ivory Drop and Onk.
Ooh, Ivory Drop. She tried to challenge us in the fight, and she lost.
But there were like two of her?
Yeah.
And they both lost, says Little Spout very confidently.
I think only one of them lost.
She tilts her head. Wait, no, if they were both Ivory Drop, then they both lost.
I don't know how.
There were no successful Ivory Drops.
I don't know how that works.
Like Little Spout seems perfectly confident in the world.
Right. Well, Steady Shoot ain't the type to be confident about this. And I took the love potion somehow. Was injected with a love potion, and they are. Where were they? Where did
we understand you didn't mean to set the world on fire, but sometimes these things happen.
Where did we just figure out Ivory Drop and
we
Onk
saw Ivory Drop and Onk in a library, but I'm not sure it was this one.
Was it nicer than this library?
Was it nicer than this library, Ducky?
It was much nicer than this library, and it was much bigger.
It was much nicer and much bigger.
Like on the scale of bigness, Like if this was like the one on the 1 to whatever scale, this library that you're in, this one is about a 1 to 50.
Anyway, okay. Wait, what is it? Wait. Where's what's the library we're now at?
It's the Grand Library of Neb, which is the
No, I mean, what's
on-campus
the
library.
number of the niceness?
This library is at about a, in terms of niceness and looks, I'd say about a 6, 7. The other one was, if you're looking in terms of knowledge, just like how a library looks with the amount of books it has, the other one is definitely like a 15 out of 10.
Okay. So, yes. Didn't Ping think that they were still here, though? Somehow?
Yes. Yes. I know they're here. And he looks around. I don't know where. I know they're here. They come in all the time. He snuck in with this one, though.
Because I know there was also an ivory drop in that one desert city. Where's it at? Gotta find it. Getting the map open. Just taking its time. Ah, yes. The other ivory drop, the older one, I think we decided, is in Stratham, from what I could tell. However, I don't know where this library is that Ankh left the younger ivory drop is.
And he kind of thinks.
All right.
He thinks a minute.
Where's Stratham? My character.
Take you guys to the map. Bonk. Right over here. Boop.
Okay, so a boat ride from here. What about? So we know one Stratham, one is somewhere else, and one is dead.
I looked away for a second. I came back to you and dead. I was like, wait, what?
Really? We were describing where the 3 ivory drops are.
It sounds like maybe there's only 2 now.
Well, there's one's in the Soul Prison, one's in Stratham, and then the third is in a library.
Yes.
The third one is blessed by Luminous.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is probably the youngest one?
So, Little Spout wobbles a hoof. Okay, so Ivory Drop is the one that made those funny golems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, did anybody ever ask her what's up with that?
I
No.
actually, she was, and it makes things more complicated too. That's right. She was constructing the golems here.
Okay.
Basically just because she could. That's kind of what she's like. She just gets really into things, and
she was like, "Boy, wouldn't it be
really
fun if
great,
I made?
Isn't it?
What if I made robots that just did nothing productive all day? Yeah, let's do that." And she did that.
They don't do nothing productive. They do building things. But I think it was mostly,
they're building useless things in the cave.
Yeah, mostly. She was building the first of the second batch, of which we saw 3, I think. So that means either we're in the past, the golems were sent to the past, the cavern is in the future,
What? The little spell
She-
tilted so hard she is now upside down.
She is building the first of the we saw two kinds of golems. The
Uh-huh.
first of the second kind of golem now.
Well, then I guess we shouldn't get in the way of that, or else that will get very confusing.
You can see Pingwing taking vigorous notes at the side. He's not saying
Uh-huh.
anything.
So that's that. I saw it when I went to her apartment. Was it an apartment?
Mhm.
Her room.
Her
yes.
house, pretty much, yeah, apartment.
Well,
Right.
isn't she fancy? She gets a house. Mm.
Mhm. Well, it's got to be a large apartment if she's gonna have the space for a workshop to build golems.
From what you know around here, Steady Shoot, and what you've seen of her apartment, she's definitely got like some hold on like university funds, given how studious she is. Her senior project is literally tasked with like restoring the caves to a workable condition with her like golems that she's making.
Oh, I might actually know that then. I
Mhm.
might actually know that, and I would say actually, yeah, I would relay that information. Say actually, she built the golems. That's her senior project to restore the caves.
Bum, bum, bum.
So
Oh.
she's building golems to do that.
Hmm.
And then everything is kind of weird because we saw the golems halfway through building. Yes.
Well, there you go.
And now you know.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Little Spout, however, has not ceased being confused by this whole thing. Because it's kind of confusing. Just saying. So she says, rolling a hoof. What part of this are we supposed to be involved in? I mean, are we supposed to be involved in this? I'm really confused.
You're not the only one.
Oh boy, I'm part of the cool people club.
And Pingwing looks up. Is that all you guys know?
I mean, it was a lot of things.
Got them all right here. And he turns around, and his handwriting is, funnily enough, impeccable. And he definitely has very detailed and very well organized notes.
Ba, ba, ba.
He looks somewhat proud of himself.
You say that you think, before deciding to go all the way to stray them, let's look around. Wait, wasn't she here yesterday?
Yes. Well, last night. Pretty much, yes.
Yes.
Yesterday.
But now she's across the sea.
I've been here, and he kind of holds up his claws, for 4 days straight. He looks almost insane when he says it. And I did not see them leave.
I know they let you sleep in the library, but you should probably go get a shower.
No, well, I mean, and he kind of snaps his fingers, and you see like a little bit of prestidigitation.
Oh, right.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
used that trick way too many times. I should have remembered that.
I'm like, okay, so before deciding to go to stray them, we probably should look around here.
Agreed.
But
You
how,
think we
if
should
she's in
wait?
stray them, how did she get there in one day?
There was some kind of, I don't want to say teleportation.
Oh yeah,
But-
wizardry stuff.
Mm,
I'm sure a powerful wizard like her, especially if it's older her,
Well,
could totally
basically,
go across the sea instant.
I did chase her down in that tunnel after the game, and well, she opened. It was like a crack in reality of sorts into a cave outside of Stratham.
Hmm.
So that's teleportation, more of a portal.
And at these words, Pingwing just kind of opens up his book, and he starts whistling very like plaintively, as if he's like he's acting like he's ignoring, but he really isn't. He's trying to be obvious about it.
Yes, Pingling.
No. Oh, it's good of you to notice that. And he kind of holds up his grimoire that I cast spells, and you know.
You're not the only one.
He kind of looks up. He looks
think the
very
only one of us-
hoity-toity about it.
I think the only one of us here who doesn't cast spells is the one that still does. I look at Little Spout, magic-y stuff all the time. Oh, and actually, now that I think about it, yes, I would say, are the two that do magic stuff all the time? Oh yeah, and gosh, what's her name? Brawler.
Ring Dancer.
Oh, Ring Dancer.
Ring Dancer. Oh, and of course Ring Dancer.
Who is currently seen somewhat like hugging and rubbing up on Mr. Isdell, just kind of giggling and being generally flirtatious.
So obnoxious.
I think she's the only one that doesn't do any kind of magical something.
She does magical stuff.
Kind of shakes her head. Oh, yeah. And she pads on over to you, Steady Shoot. Would that impress him?
I give him a look. I can't imagine what would impress him. At all.
And she kind of thinks a moment. I got it. And she looks over, and she starts flexing.
Towards me.
Yeah, she's flexing, acting very, very. She's acting like she doesn't know that she's flexing. Like she just like gives like a stretch, and she's like, oh, yeah. And she just like stretches one of her hooves and just gives a nice big flex.
Like
Yeah.
like it starts out with like, I'm just pointing at you.
Yeah.
Oh, and my muscles are there, and then I turn around and arch my back in the right way. What's that? I'm not.
You got it.
Isdell pretty much has like, oh god, that is a stupid link. Never mind, ignore that. Hold on, let me get the actual thing I'm thinking of. What is it? I'll
It's a
get the
bad
actual.
link, and it should feel bad.
Here, this is pretty much what Isdell's reaction is.
Nice. And she looks thoroughly happy with herself. Meanwhile, Candlelight kind of nudges you, Steady Shoot, while this is all going down. Anything wrong with her?
I forget. Did Isdell explain what was going on?
No, we
Did he
just came
just
down
say
the
something
stairs.
Or did he just say something? No. Oh, yes, he did. You did explain what was going on, because that's yes. No, I'm like, there was a spell of some kind.
Oh,
I think we're waiting for it to wear off.
should get that fixed.
Little Spout lands
know,
on top of
just-
her husband and resumes reading her book.
You know, it's not too bad. You know, it's not that bad. I was hit with potion.
Kingling raises a claw. Kind of just motions to his book. Can help get rid of that if you need.
It's okay.
All right. Kind of gives a shrug. Let me know if you need help. Anyway.
We do need help. You said you have a conspiracy theory about how they didn't leave.
Oh my
Tell
gosh,
us
yes I
how
do.
they could have not left, but we can't find. Have we looked for them? Have we actually
got-
just physically looked for them?
The only person who has been past the second floor in here is Isdell and Ring Dancer, because they went all the way to the roof to spy on the go into the bars area.
Right.
that
Well,
was
look
there
at them. Have you looked for them?
No, there hasn't been any specific looking from what I know. And that penguin.
Well, I'm asking them. Because...
Oh, sorry.
Wait, what?
No, we haven't gone looking yet.
And Penguin just kind of looks around. Okay. And he looks at his books. That's the one thing I don't know what to do. He looks back up. I know they're here. I don't know where they disappeared to. I've seen it a lot. He comes in. He doesn't leave for days. Days!
I mean,
Okay.
don't
you?
you know a Do you not know a scrying spell of sorts, or?
No. He kind of flips through. I haven't got one of those recorded. I even...
Oh man! Wow, look at that! You can't cast a scrying spell. Ooh, that must really suck.
And he squints at you and he gives you this dirty glare.
Little spell tilts her head. I can't cast a scrying spell.
Yeah, but you weren't the one bragging about spell casting.
You don't actually cast spells.
What?
She does.
And he'll
So says you, and just in retribution, she summons a illusionary box around.
and he kind of
There's a spell.
he waves the claw around. He flips a page into his book and he shows it to you, Star Dancer, because he knows you more from face value than anything. What he's holding up is a locate creature spell. I even tried this, and it fades after a while in here, on the days where he doesn't leave.
Like spellcraft, because I don't have this spell either.
Ooh, fancy.
So,
Little Spout is tapping at her book.
spellcraft, doesn't that only look for things on the same plane?
Yep.
Well, I mean, spellcraft only checks for things that you can somehow see or experience.
Well, the spell itself, locate creature, which you would be able to, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to just figure out a spell from.
Okay, knowledge arcana. I mean, yes, I'm looking at a spell that I don't know.
Ah, yes, spellcraft to figure out what spell it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would know that it only works on the plane that you are. And
So he probably has an entrance to a demi-plane somewhere around.
he kind of looks at the spell. He flips to his notes. And back to the spell. How have I not thought of that before?
Because you're stupid.
Oh, I see how it is.
Is this in character?
No,
Okay.
it's not.
I have to make
Oh, wait.
sure.
How rude! That's it.
He looks dumbfounded, and he's kind of like flipping back, forth. What? Why would he go to a different plane in here?
To store
Maybe
his
because-
personal library.
There goes the bot. Things are weird. Oh, what are you guys doing?
Thinking.
I am feeling smugly superior because over half of all the other mayors get morning sickness, but I didn't.
And
Okay, then.
as you're kind of reading, Candlelight had opened up his book in the meantime and kind of points over here. Look. And he kind of points to the book. Says babies like warm things, and that's kind of what is said on the book. He's tried to summarize it, and he kind of waves his hoof. I'm warm.
Right, she is literally standing on him at the moment, so she just kind of flops down, warm.
That is supremely adorable.
What time of day is it?
Say about 1 o'clock, maybe 2.
Well, do we have any plans? Is the question. Do we need? Are we leaving? When are we leaving the town today, or are we waiting? Or
I have a plan.
Well, I mean,
and Penguin
we have
sits
to
down.
figure out like where this thing is so that we can find him. If this is the only place we can find him in, otherwise there's no reason to stay. Yeah.
And
I mean, we should stay here probably another day.
And Penguin kind of sits down. I could stay here for weeks. Weeks! And he puts his claws up to the ceiling to a prompt number of shh from the distance.
You have been sleeping, right?
Huh? He looks over. He definitely does not look like he has been sleeping.
I still want to buy stuff.
And he
We're
kind
gonna
of
go back to adventuring.
he opens up his spell book and he shows you again. Star Dancer. He definitely has the spell Catnap in his spell book. That's pretty much what he's just been doing. Like.
I didn't know that was a spell either, but that's beside the point.
Well, do we want to finish up this day here and leave in the morning?
I need to do some research before we go, so you can do however. We can spend another day, or I can take all night to do it. Ring of sustenance.
Oh, fancy. Well, he kind of opens up his book. I'll stay here with whoever wants to, but I'm not leaving this library. And he kind of looks over here. Unless you're with them. And he kind of closes his book and pulls it away. You're not, are you? And he kind of pulls it the other way. Your silence is speaking volumes.
Yeah, Little Sprout looks up. Huh? What? Oh, I was reading.
And he kind of points. You're not with him, are you? You're not trying to sabotage me?
With who?
With Ankh, the person we've been talking about. And he kind of like.
No, too
What's the
late.
ground?
I'm busy making another pony. Read.
Why would you? I thought you were all right with Ankh. You're not.
I am, but it's creepy. He comes in here. He doesn't leave. I can't locate him. It's like he's trying to hide something.
Himself?
Probably. Either way, it's interesting, and I want to write about it.
Privacy doesn't mean a lot to you, does it?
Kind
We're going to get along fine.
He looks over. He looks you up and down. I suppose. And around this time, you see Ring Dancer go up next to Isdell. Kind of rubs on him. And you see her whisper something into his ear. And she looks extremely blushy when she says it.
Wait, could I hear what she said?
You can certainly roll perception.
Perception. Who has that?
Nobody. Oh. I guess I'm not interested.
You heard something about the word explore.
Oh. Did I also hear dungeon or something?
You didn't hear the word dungeon, no.
Well, now Little Sprout. does.
From the way she's been
back
acting,
up
I
the book.
don't
What
want to
did
know.
somebody say? Dungeon? We haven't explored the good dungeon in weeks, months. I'm losing track.
It's been a couple days.
It feels like months, she says, flopping over on candlelight.
And Candlelight just taps a hoof to the shoulder and just goes, there. I feel you.
Well, of course
Yes.
you feel me. I'm not on top of you.
And you see Isdell and Ring Dancer promptly start leaving the library. Just kind of going down the stairs.
Okay. That's suspicious.
Dun, dun,
Wait.
dun.
Aren't we trying to? Isn't here where the portal thing is?
That's what I thought.
And Ring Dancer just kind of is. She didn't seem to be quite listening to you guys calling after her. Rather, just kind of like nudging and pushing Isdell over somewhat playfully, and what you can deduce as flirtily. Push.
Poor cat.
And
Alright, well,
Pingwing just kind of like waves a dismissive claw. No matter. Less, I guess, it'll be less suspicious if there's less of us. And he kind of nods. Yes, that sounds like a good battle plan.
Uh-huh. Have you ever actually been in a battle?
And kind of thinks a minute. I mean, he kind of seems to be reflecting. I was in the team on my freshman year. So they kicked me out. He kind of shrugs.
Little spout blinks a little bit. Well, there's only one way to learn for sure, and that's to do it yourself and maybe die.
And at this, he kind of stands up and he goes next to Star Dancer again. He kind of starts nudging, nudge, and starts kind of whispering to you, Star Dancer. Just, you think they're gonna be impressed by these? And he kind of starts flipping toward the back of his grimoire, and he does seem to have.
Wait, Ring Dancer or Star Dancer?
Star Dancer, sorry, wrong dancer. And he's
Star Dancer.
You did say Star Dancer.
Sorry, I must have gotten confused.
It's what Nat 1s do to you on perception. Don't worry.
Anyway.
And he starts flipping toward the back, and he kind of displays to you like some level 5 things in the back of his book.
What's in the back of the book?
Oh, like level 5 spells that he can that he has written down to prepare and things.
I get this feeling we're about to get another party member.
Can you cast them?
He kind of nods.
I mean, we are the orphanage after.
I mean,
This is true.
you say we're gonna make a new party member, but I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty easy to leave him in the library.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Like
A
like
new
me.
temporary party member. Who knows?
Wait, is this a party member or an escort quest? Oh, those escort quests.
Why not both? Because they suck.
Oh, wrong. There we go. I can move you guys back to here. Candlelight in here. Awesome.
Is it awesome?
It is pretty awesome.
Everything is awesome when you're part
Everything
of
is
this team.
awesome.
No, everything is just all right.
If it's not awesome, you're not trying hard enough.
Awesome. So, he kind of he puts the book, his book back together. Well then, are we camping out? We doing it?
I suppose. I mean,
Yes. And he kind of just he looks toward he looks between you, Darkfire, and Star Dancer. Just kind of he smiles. Finally, be able to get a little bit more of a rest.
nah, you gotta keep watch. You gotta prove yourself to us.
Bro, no. Let him sleep. He needs it.
Yeah, this is true. I'm just kidding.
And he practically gives you a hug. Thank you. Also, these are strangely fluffy. Wait, how did you? He kind of looks at your wings, and then spins around you. What? Oh, sorry, I didn't even notice.
What?
Amusingly, that seems to be the common reaction.
Well, and he kind of gestures around. There's
I'm
mostly
sorry.
sphinxes here. They don't exactly have horns, and the few unicorns that do don't exactly have wings.
It's a recent
Sorry,
addition.
I was very
That's why they're so fluffy. And he opens his book and starts writing down. You can kind of see upside down. He's writing new wings equals fluffy. Kind of closes the book.
Yes, apparently.
By the way, what is kind of the status? Are alicorns heard of in this world, or
yeah. It's
is
it's what's it called? They're unification sorcerers, and they're
Yep.
probably
And
rare. but
it's
not
it's an
that rare.
obscure wizardy thing.
It's you probably would have heard about them in old child's tales and books and maybe pictures and things like that, but you probably wouldn't have seen more than one or two on your travels if you actually did travel around the place.
Oh, okay. So I just wanted to make sure that they weren't princess.
Except for, the other one that was in the room with me when I gained the wings.
Or
there was
that.
That one
another
didn't
one?
But everyone
count.
was ignoring that.
Sorry, Yeah, I mean, I guess my reaction to that is obvious.
I told you it doesn't count. Come on.
Well, he kind of leans in. I got a secret place. Here, follow me, follow me. And he starts going up the stairs. Come on, come on, come on.
All right, I go ahead and follow him.
Whee! And he starts bringing you guys up the stairs to floor 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8, and just at 9 when he's kind of out of breath. 9. Okay. It's up here. He kind of looks around. There's definitely like only like 1 or 2 like sphinxes up here that are actively studying. Funnily enough, one of them one of them seems to be one of the professors that you guys had seen kind of walking around. Maybe not by name, but you had seen him earlier, walking around.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't take you toward that professor. He kind of strays off to the left. All right. Nobody really comes up here, and he kind of hops into a shelf of books that look particularly like cobwebby and dust-bound. Don't look like they've been read too much. And going down, a couple of the spines read things like most of the books up here seem to be far more based in nonfiction and learning rather than just fictional studies. And these books pertain to studies on what seemed, at least this aisle that he's taking down, on what seemed to be like necromancy as well as transmutation.
Interesting.
And he leads you to the back to what seems to be a closed door, and he kind of opens it. Well, he tries to anyway. He starts wiggling the handle. What is it now? And the door itself seems to almost like, well, for lack of better words, grow a mouth.
Okay.
And it just starts speaking. What is it that we love more than life, fear more than death? The rich want it, the poor have it. The miser spends it, and the spendthrift saves it. What am I? And he starts thinking. He kind of looks towards you guys. Odd one. He likes riddles.
I know I've heard this one before. Don't remember the answer.
At this point,
Steady shoot furrows his brow and gnarls up his face in concentration. But he's not saying anything.
he's thinking. He's doing his best.
He's doing his best.
Little Spout glances up from her book. Wait, what? Was there a question?
The door starts, like, clears his throat and repeats the riddle. And I'll also post it in the chat here.
Yeah.
Boop. There we go.
Let's see.
It's not Ring Dancer saying it, I promise.
The game.
Are you sure?
Yes. That we love more than life, fear more than death. The rich want it, the poor have it. The miser spends it, and the spendthrift saves it. What am I?
Little Spout sticks out her tongue. Oh, that one was in the Adventurer's Guide. And the answer is nothing.
The little latch clicks. Click. Correct! And the door swings open, and the face kind of disappears off the door.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I was just letting you guys answer.
Is
I
that
seriously didn't remember.
the excuse you're going with? Okay.
Seriously.
Pingwing is literally acting the same way as that. It's just like, yeah, I was just waiting for you guys.
Of course I knew that. What are you talking about? People crazy.
And he kind of he walks forward. Usually they don't have me do that, but I guess resets occasionally. And he kind of scratches his head. I have to note that. It's been a while since I answered one of those riddles. He walks in. Inside is effectively like it's a very well lit sort of study area. Though behind the door, you notice that there's a couple out of place things, such as like a sleeping bag on the floor, decorated with. It's almost looks like it wasn't meant for somebody his age, but it is a sleeping bag decorated with small penguins on it and such. There's there's a lot of books and things on the actual tables.
Surprise, 0.
He looks back and you see him just kind of give a little bit of a wave with his claws, and he seems to be trying to like shuffle the sleeping bag that was in view like off underneath like a table or something, so it's out of view. Wait, don't look yet, don't look. Shh. And he starts going like that, and immediately the penguin in his bag pops out and goes to run over to try to help, and he looks back. Anyway, yeah, this is where I've been.
Interesting.
Yeah, just kind of gestures around. It's spacious enough for all of you if you guys are wanting to stay the night. But I only have one sleeping bag, so he kind of gives a shrug. Or I guess, wait, and he kind of pulls his claw up. Actually, no, I don't have a sleeping bag. No? He takes it back.
I just roll my eyes. What time of the day is it again?
Going up these stairs, learning all this, doing the riddle, be about the next hour, so 3.
3 in the afternoon.
3 in the afternoon.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Well, now what's for the next while?
He kind of thinks, well, we could always, you guys could always help me do my homework. And he kind of holds up a few pieces of paper. A couple more paragraphs to write.
She tilts her head. Do you know things about new ponies and the making thereof? If you help me study, I'll help you study.
And kind of,
Uh,
oh, yeah, he kind of has that same look. And Candlelight immediately, his hair just kind of flares up a little bit. Hey, watch it!
At this point, Darkfire just bursts out laughing and just walks out. Oh man.
Well, I need to, research my own things.
And he looks slightly well, he looks immediately like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You can
Probably help you with a couple things or something.
Okay.
She waves the bright pink book at him. It's in here. It's all this stuff.
No. I'm gonna go. Start answer. Yep. Okay. Have fun. He leaves as quickly as he can.
Storming the castle.
Okay.
He's giving Candlelight like the widest berth that he possibly can as he's leaving the door. He's still glaring at him.
The little spout gives him a gentle bop on the head. I wanted his study help. I don't need help with the other thing. You're already right here.
And Candlelight just kind of like looks over. No, you're mine. And he gives you like a hug. Hug. No one's gonna take you from me.
She tilts her head a little bit. There are a few assumptions with that statement. First of all, you're acting like somebody could. Second of all, you're acting like she's like starts stuttering, tapping her chin. Man, I'm not good at thinking of these things. Yeah.
He just hugs you tighter. And that's what makes you cute.
Ah.
All right. So we had this. Let me get this right. From what I heard, Darkfire, Zardancer, and now the rather scared Penguin have all left the room.
Yep. I actually went looking for like an open door or window or whatever to pretty much turn into a bird and fly out of the building.
It would be simple enough. The most open space would just be the top of the stairs, which is the roof, and then you could just whee.
That's what I do. I avoid the still playing bards because I think they were on the roof.
Yeah.
Unless are they still playing?
Yeah, no, they're still playing. You could hear that from the other side of the door, but there is a window that you can go out as well.
Alrighty. And I actually do head back to Ivory Drop's apartment to repeat and gather a few more hairs for a few more tries.
Gotcha. Boop. You have gathered
What's
those.
the worst that could happen?
I'm assuming you are going back over here, yeah?
No, I'm gonna go back to the inn for now.
Oh. Okay. Doop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Bonk. Where is he? Just, as though you were at the inn, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah! Well. Darkfire, you go into the inn. And around this time... Hang on.
What time of day is it at this point?
It would be about 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And around this time, you enter the place, Darkfire, right when you hear... Wait, what the fuck? And, like, it's coming from a room that just seems to be closed at that very moment. And, we will, go off to what Mr. or Miss, Stardancer is doing. With that.
Okay.
Gonna go down the line
We're
here.
waiting to see if we find Dank or some way into his library. I forgot where we're trying to do that, but that's apparently what we're doing. I'm going to be looking up areas of great concentrations of Earth-aspected magic.
Ooh, very nice. Do you have profession librarian by chance?
I don't think I have any profession skills.
Gotcha. Well, if
I do not.
if Pingling is helping you find that, he will certainly help you do that because he has
Okay.
a profession. Ba-doop. He starts looking around. Ooh, oof. Well, I mean, he does his best. I mean, he takes you to a general right section about I guess Earth in general, Earth magic, that kind of thing.
I roll terribly too.
Actually, with your combined things, he takes you to the right section. You're kind of able to pick out where what you're actually looking for. And could you repeat the question just one more time, just so I make sure I'm giving the right?
Areas of concentrations of Earth magic.
That would be Weldstone. There's a lot of articles about that on Weldstone.
Oh, right. So that's probably where I need to go look.
Yeah, and that's right over here. Sorry.
I need more crystals.
Aha.
Are you sure that you're not low on pylons? Pretty sure it's a pylon thing.
Alrighty. And pretty much it details. Let me pull up my notes here, really quick, because I have notes. Where
You are notes?
I are notes. That is the correct thing of what I was.
IB notes, yo.
Weldstone specifically seems to be like a at least from what you're reading, they do have a lot of general Earth magic. They constantly are in trade with some of the Gemnals who go in and out of Mount Ashbourne. And Weldstone is pretty much where they refine those, turn them into magical weapons, etc. Like all that kind of stuff. Any gems, metals, that kind of thing, earthy stuff. Typically flows down to Weldstone.
Oh, okay.
And then, all right, we have start answer.
So that's what I'm spending a few hours doing.
Earth.
What we're looking up.
Steady Shoot, Little Spout, and Candlelight. I believe you guys were in the room.
Yes.
What are y'all
Are
doing?
we doing this? Are we doing this tonight?
It's this is more like what you're doing to kill time till the night comes. Everybody kind of went off.
I need to buy things to kill time.
I just spend time kind of organizing by the equipment, cleaning, maintaining before heading back.
I mean, we know what Little Spout is currently doing.
Yes.
Yes, Little Spout is reading through many pages on diagrams and what to expect and funny fruits that are the general shape of what you can expect at certain periods of time.
So, your belly button has reverse polarities. Don't worry, that's normal.
Around 5 months, you know, they kind of show a picture of a cantaloupe, and it's like compared to like a more equine body. Candlelight kind of points out that you are much smaller than that. So it will look comparatively much
Warning,
bigger, but
are
not
you
to feel
on
fat.
a diet? You should probably give up on that. You will gain weight. This is not optional.
This is not optional.
This is not optional.
This is not optional.
If you do not gain weight, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Perhaps you are not really pregnant.
Way to way to make that slightly darker.
Oh,
Something
man.
is wrong.
Something is
That,
wrong.
or, you know, maybe you're really not eating enough. You should probably go get a good sandwich.
Alrighty, so if that is what you guys are doing, then we go back to the, I guess now trio of Ring Dancer, Isabel, and Darkfire. Darkfire, like I said, you had just heard a very loud, "What the fuck?" and then kind of immediately after what sounds to be the sounds of punching.
So much punching.
And Isabel, what is your AC?
28, I think. We went over this.
The first one.
26. Ow.
For the record, you take 14 points of damage that she is definitely not holding back on.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at something.
I hear this and I kind of walk over and I'm like,
Knock.
Everything okay?
You shoot back a pain. We're fine.
No, we're not!
Okay.
Yes, we are.
I have to see this. Is the door locked? No.
Well-
You didn't think anybody was home.
Yeah. So, door's unlocked.
The door would be locked. It's magical, remember?
Well, that would depend on if you had the foresight to lock it. Ring Dancer definitely would not.
Isdal did.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Right.
You want me to roll an intelligence check?
Yeah.
The sneaky
If it's above, let's say 15, then yeah, you had the foresight to do it. I like the purple. Oh no. So yeah, door is unlocked and pushing it
Oh,
open.
Jesus.
You see Ring Dancer in somewhat of a compromising position over Isdell, having raised back a fist as if to punch him again. This would be the type of thing that would make a mother shield her foal's eyes if it was seen on the street.
Have you considered couples counseling? And then I close the door and walk to my own room.
That was great.
Welcome to Magic is Stupid. And why I hate bars.
I just walk away shaking my head.
And a second later, after you start walking away, Ring Dancer kind of hops down off the bed, deciding not to punch Isdill's face in again. Closes the door, and she looks extremely more pink than she normally is, and she slams it. And it is definitely locked this time. And she looks towards you, Darkfire. She kind of goes over, and do you have any clothing and/or armor on?
Let me think. At this time, no. I just have my Nodachi on a harness.
Gotcha. Well, then she would she would grab a hold of you and kind of pick you up and almost kind of pin you toward the wall. You will tell nobody about this. Do you understand?
Well, I mean, it was kind of insinuated with how you were before.
Do you understand? She kind of thump against the wall.
Is this an intimidation check?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that one is. Actually.
Alrighty.
Let me see. She actually has intimidating prowess too. God bless her.
Oh no!
Boop. There you go.
Alrighty. So, need to make a 30. And what kind of save is it again?
I forget. What save is that, David?
Will?
He's AFK.
Ah, we'll say it's Will for now. Yes.
Damn it. So it's like, it was a little.
It seems that her threat is
unexpected
real.
from her.
Well, it seems that her threat is real. That's what her intimidation would give you. She's making it known that she does not want this known.
So I'm like, okay, you just had to ask, you know.
She kind of lets you back down. Okay, sorry. She takes a deep breath. I hate bards. Kind of screams that out to the ceiling.
Put a paw on her, with her or shoulder or whatever. You're not alone.
I think all of us are hating bards right now.
Wait, what's the hole in your backstory?
Might as well out with it now.
So, when the bard cast the spell, I was like, huh, I wonder how this would actually affect Isdal, because I got to thinking. And his backstory said the first person he had interest in was Anseal. The first person. Which I reread it like 5 or 6 times. And made a few rolls like I was explaining, like I said. And decided, alright, we're gonna see how this plays out. And I made another roll. Because I thought this was going to happen last session, but last session got canceled. I made a roll to decide what would happen with Isdal over the course of this. So like, there's a lot in the background that already happened. But pretty much Isdal is not gay. And he found out because of a bard.
Okay.
I mean, a bar is a logical place for this.
No, bard.
I mean, I guess a bard isn't that illogical of a place.
Yeah.
The bard is kind of ancillary to this, but yes. It's usually the bard.
In fairness, he did ask your permission.
No, he did not. He never asked
Yeah,
my
he
permission.
did. He said,
he asked
may I
Rain
cast a spell? He asked.
He
both
never
of you.
asked. I never replied.
Yeah, well, Ring Dancer's like asked, and then she kind of looked towards you, and you didn't say anything, so you know, magic happened.
Isn't that like the definition of Pathfinder? Pathfinder, magic happened.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. So
Oh, that happened.
that happened. What are you doing after this, Darkfire? Because Ring Dancer sure as heck wants to leave with you if you are going out somewhere, and she seems to be as far away from Isdal as equinely possible at this current juncture.
Well, I'm actually going here to just kind of clean up equipment and organize some stuff, such as hairs, into well-proportioned amounts.
Very nice.
So I'll be spending time in the inn.
Yes, I gotcha. Well, Ring Dancer would definitely leave of her own accord then. I'm
Before
going
she
out.
leaves, I say, "Don't worry, you made a good choice."
What?
Slam. All right, and Isdal, since we've been going over you,
Wait, what happened?
uh,
I mean, I know something happened behind closed doors that you did intels with him, but my character is like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, I'm curious, but I wasn't there, so this is
oh, she'll be getting there in a second. I just need to make sure what is Isdal doing in this time, because we've just been kind of going over him because I knew what was happening in this time. Things happened, and we'll get to what Isdell is doing. So what are you doing, Isdell?
Isdell, I'm assuming here's Ring Dancer leave.
Oh yeah, there's a very loud slam.
Gets and just leaves the inn. And
Yeah. Now you're all alone, Darkfire.
Good.
This is when he reveals his nature as
wait,
chaotic evil.
Are we all back at the inn now?
No, I am.
Ah.
It's just I got here, and then there was some stuff happening between Isdell and Ring Dancer.
It was complicated, yo.
It was very complicated. It had to do with bards, and embarrassment ensued.
I mean, you already explained it when you said bard, and you just kind of went into extra detail.
I mean, yes,
That's
that's kind
already
of
covered.
yeah.
Fair. Well, if you are just separating hairs and things like that, we would go back to the library. I'm going to say it's about 7 p.m. would be a good time. And around this...
Has Little Spout learned all the things she needs to know?
You've pretty much learned everything you need to know about what you're doing. So in the instances, David, where like you need to roll something to see if it affects you in some way, and it has to do with a knowledge check of some kind, I'm going to give you like a +4 circumstance bonus for that. If it has to do with your
Little
paternity.
Spout has used education.
Yeah.
Effective.
But yeah, Ring Dancer. Did you guys possibly start exploring different floors, or were you just staying on the 9th floor?
I apparently went to wherever floor I needed to find geography books.
Ah, yeah, that would definitely be the. I would say that's about the 4th floor.
Okay.
And
So apparently me and Penguin went down there.
yeah, and you kind of see out in the distance on the other side of the stair, like where the stairs are on the other side, Ring Dancers thump 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 thump. Like people are telling her shh as she goes up, but she's just not having it. She just seems thoroughly embarrassed and angry from a distance, but she didn't seem to notice you. Thump 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 thump. She's going up to the 9th floor. And then at the 9th floor, if for those who are out that could see the staircase, you would see Ring Dancer not stop at the 9th floor, but continue up to the roof. There would be another loud open. Well, there'd be an opening of the door. You'd hear a little bit of music, and the door would slam.
I mean, as doors do. That's what they were designed for.
Yep. So what are the rest of y'all doing in the library?
I mean,
Well, now that I have learned all the secrets of the universe, I will return the book.
That's fair. Well, it doesn't take it would take you about to this time, like a few hours just to read the additional other half of the book. And like Candlelight would go down with you to the lady, who would very gladly take hold of the book. You'd see her ask for your hoof again, to where she would like she starts with Candlelight, just kind of waves the paw over his hoof, and the mark briefly appears and then goes away. She does the same thing to the book, and as casually as day sets it behind her, and what seems to be a few almost autonomous like I want to say bookkeepers, like a little metal book holders, just kind of go down, clasp around it, take it up, and take it right on back to the section where you'd seen it all on its own.
Little Spout gives a nod. Yeah, I suppose I didn't really need to check it out, but it was good to just have it done just in case.
And she kind of nods. Oh, it's nothing, dearie. I have to say thank you again for this. And she kind of holds up the platinum piece. It was very kind of you.
Oh, well, that's yours. Enjoy it and get something nice with it.
She smiles. Will do, miss.
And yes, I did mark the platinum piece off my sheet.
Perf.
Ding. It would be cheating not to.
What would you be doing?
Who is you?
Steady shoot, sorry.
What would you be doing?
Sorry, I had your character selected, and my mind was like, you, like.
There are so many yous out there.
Anyway, no memeing on the streaming,
I love memes.
but no memeing on the stream. Anyway, Steady doesn't really know what to do. Steady needs to still buy magic items.
Well, can I? Did you want to just say you were going around town picking up all the necessary items that you'll need for maybe like the next session that we have?
Sure. I also need to. What's the term? I need to figure out all I want. Like a cloak of displacement is definite there, but I have so many slots and no items in any of them. I want to have more stuff.
Cloaks of displacement and things, you would actually find those more on campus than off campus. Specifically in that center kind of star building, for like the Universalist Center. We could kind of move you there. Now, we could certainly roleplay this if you'd like to haggle.
Well, the real thing is, if we were roleplaying, I'd want you to like suggest things to me, but I don't know if either of us have the knowledge to do that.
Yeah, yeah. There's just a lot, like pretty much. There's a lot of different students that make a lot of different things here.
Yes.
It wouldn't take you long to find something like the Cloak of Displacement, though. That seems to be, funnily enough, a little bit more of an advanced object, but it seems to be one of those things that's just like in a standardized course book for this university that they have to make at some point.
Right.
There's not really an abundance because it's a high level thing, but there is a good amount of them.
How much money do I have? I have.
Might take you a bit though to find one that is actually made well though, and not cursed. Because there is students that still fail this part of the class.
How much is a platinum piece?
10. They're all 10 of the next. 10 copper, silver. 10 silver, gold. 10 gold, platinum.
Oh no, I definitely don't have anywhere near enough money to get a cloak of displacement. Not even.
Are you looking at a price in platinum pieces?
What? No, I'm just like, I have a total of.
Oh, your gold was in platinum.
Yeah, I have some gold and platinum.
Hey,
yeah, well, the platinums are 10s of gold.
You are certainly welcome to buy a cursed cloak of displacement at a crafting cost.
I'm sure that would have no negative consequences of any kind.
Yeah, I have 15,000 gold. Even the minor version is worth.
I once had a game where I had an uncursed belt of strength that flipped my gender every time I put it on, and I did it on purpose. It was hilarious.
I mean, that sounds almost convenient, really.
Well, except for the fact that like flipping your gender gives you penalties.
No, it doesn't.
I thought it did.
I mean, there's no system for that.
I remember something like a gender.
I think somewhere in the Pathfinder thing, it temporarily gives you a penalty.
Yeah. It's just like temporarily gives you a penalty because you don't.
Yeah, this was in 3.5. It literally did nothing.
Anyway, the thing is, I have like 15,000 gold. Even the minor version at 3rd level, CL 3rd, caster level 3rd, so that's 5th level item.
No,
that's 24,000 GP. I can't afford any of it.
If it works like the thing I'm thinking of, you might want the minor one over the major.
Yeah, it's just 20% mischance forever. And I do want the minor one, but I don't have anywhere near the money for it. So
well, how much do you have again?
15,000.
15. And you need 24?
And I need 24,000.
Well,
and I haven't bought like anything. So
do you mention this to the littlest of all the sprouts?
I can't imagine she would have more money than me. So no, maybe.
You have to say yes or no, man.
Are you there? Are you there when I'm purchasing? When I'm looking for?
You guys were both in the library prior to this. If you just said to her that you were going to go shopping, that would be an applicable.
That would be enough reason for her to just suddenly start following you. Your shop.
All right. I probably have to announce to people where I'm going then. So yes.
What are you shopping for? Bounce.
Magic items.
What kind of magic item? Bounce.
I want something to make me harder to hit.
Ooh, she leans in a little bit closer and then looks him up and down. You're kind of big, so I guess being fast wouldn't be quite good enough. She strokes her chin. You need something so that it looks like you're super fast.
I'm kind of hoping I could do something like my mirror image.
Ooh, she says. Let's get one of those. Did they make mirror image ones? That'd be great. They really should. And then we go off to the store, I imagine.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
And
It's just like
it's kind of like
unless
it's
I
not
forgot
really
to Go ahead.
it's not
No,
really
wait. I will point out, now that we're actually at the store and Little Spout is there and she knows what he wants, then as soon as he goes, ooh, I'm thinking of this one, then she will just sort of slide over and go, ooh, are you really considering that? I bet that would have made a big difference in the game. You know, the one that you won and everybody was cheering about. Oh, you look so good and oh, you look so great in this cloak. I bet whoever made it would look so important, she says, exaggerating like every line.
I steady shoot. I can't decide if he would be bewildered because his int is 10,
that
or
would
he
be
would be
a
like,
sense
yes.
motive. That would be a sense motive.
No. I mean, I'm assuming that I understand her meaning. I'm just deciding how clever he is to be like, oh, I get it.
That
On
would
the other
be
hand, charisma is 18, and so maybe he will get it.
that would just be a general bluff check, and a failure would result in the lesser of the two. If you're trying to go along with it, yeah.
If he's assisting, it's going to be so helpful. You didn't understand how helpful.
I will point out, like, the place that you guys had gone to, it's in one of the, I guess, the spikes of this place, and it seems to be, like, a collection of just, like, student-run stands and, the ones that, like, can actually afford them, like, actual shops and things like that, though the ones that can afford it seem to be more higher-level wizards, arcanists, and the like.
That's not going to stop Little Spout from trying to get discounts.
Yeah, I know. I'm pointing out like what the places look like. There's a couple discount stands that seem to be run by freshmen more than anything. A couple different necklaces and like sparkly necklaces and
Yeah.
Oh, sparkly necklaces. Now we're
Have
talking.
I forgotten to write down items, or do we just not have a whole lot of money?
We have spent a large amount of our adventuring career not having that much money, but then again, you know, we had the AVP thing work for us, so it wasn't that really crippling.
Exactly. Yeah. That's sort of the thing, is that I know that I'll be reasonably competitive even if I don't get this. If that's the
All right.
case, then maybe I'll want something cheaper. I don't know.
Little Spouts are already going to the bat for you, man.
I know. This is what I want. I want that 20% mischance, baby.
And she is smiling at the shopkeep. So much smiles.
are you going to one of the discount stands or one of the normal ones?
Well,
don't know
she
if we stick
figures
to-
that a
I-
discount stand probably has discount material. She wants a good thing, and she wants somebody that cares about their reputation too.
I
And a discount stand probably doesn't.
Oh, I got you. Well, the ones that would probably care a little bit more about their reputation, if anything, are the ones that have established shops rather than just the stands. That would be the place to go.
And so Little Spout puts a watery whip around her large friend. This way, this way, this way.
All right, let's go.
And you, I
And
think
then,
you are entering a place that looks like it sells cloaks, yeah?
yes, and then
Yeah.
we repeat the whole thing. He looks at something. Oh, are you interested in that? I'm sure that would look really good on you, champion of the last game.
And behind the counter of the like where you would purchase the items is a sphinx, who is the most disinterested sphinx in like everything that you've probably ever seen. She's blowing a little bit of bubble gum off the side. She's reading a newspaper, and she
Yes.
kind of looks up. Yeah, whatever. Looks back down.
Little Spout edges over. You know, all the good shops have sponsorship deals with these super athletes.
And she looks up, and
Well, if he had that, and she points over at the displacement cloak, he would be wearing it at the games, where he would busy be winning and driving people to your store.
and
Are you,
she looks back down at her paper. Yeah, okay. And from the back room, you hear kind of like a shuffling, and then the door like, kind of smacks open. Boonk. Are you being mean to customers again? And another thing kind of pops up. Nah. And he looks up, and it's a different Sphinx. He seems to have really well kempt hair. He has a grimoire at his side as well, and
I will point out that Little Spout is still smiling.
he pads himself out. Sorry. Kind of
Oh, well, you look like somebody who would understand the importance of this situation, she says with all proper seriousness, giving me a soft nod.
Yeah, he likes to care and stuff, says the disinterested one.
Little Spout like leans over a little bit. It's a bad habit, I know. And then looks back at the other guy, smiling.
he kind of nods.
as you're about to exploit his caring.
He
Steady shoot looks uncomfortable, by the way, because he knows what you're doing.
Morality, what is like? Anyway, he kind of
It is not an evil act to barter.
Yeah, and he kind of smiles. Like I said, apologies for, well, my assistant's attitude or lack thereof. Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
Kinda
don't
goes
worry
back.
about her. She really sets up the cloaks. But I know something that would set off your cloaks even more and have a much wider reach, she says, spreading her for hoops wide.
Oh, do tell.
I mean, look who you have here. And she gestures over at the huge pony behind her.
Hi.
The famed monster slayer and the recent winner of the games. Imagine if he was wearing your cloak.
I read about you in the school papers. The monster hunter himself.
Yes. She bobs her head. And he is going to get into so
already
many
know
more
that
things, and everybody's going to know about it, and he'll be wearing your cloak.
Everyone's going to know about it.
And he kind of his paws come together. Ooh, I like that proposition. What do you think? And she turns to his assistant. Never mind. And he kind of waves her away.
The Little Spout raises a hoof. How about it was 24, wasn't it? 24 market price.
I'm not sure. Let me look it up. Cloak of displacement.
Radical. You were just looking at it.
Radical.
What's up? Oh, link it.
Yeah, no,
Buy it?
market price. Market price. 24?
24K.
Okay, then she raises a hoof. Well, he only has 20, so if you give it to him for 20, you'll be even doing him a favor, then he'll owe you.
Roll diplomacy.
So much diplomacy.
Can I roll awkwardness?
You could roll awkwardness in the form of diplomacy to assist.
I am 21 awkward.
So just
I am
like
21, I am 21 charming.
I am only slightly more diplomatic than you are awkward.
Well, you lay down this, and he seems to consider it. But it's Steady Shoot's awkward smile that just kind of seems to win him over a little bit. And he just kind of, yeah, all right, I could do it. Yeah, I could see it. And he kind of he starts framing Steady Shoot like in his paws, like one way and the other way.
Now, of course, that's the point where Little Spout bounces over. You have 20K, right?
Oh.
How much do you have?
I mean, do you have 20K? We split all the same amount of money.
How much do you have? She repeats,
15.
somewhat frantically. 15. Okay. I can do this. And she bends upon herself and pulls out her loot bag. Chink. We will put our friendship together. Give me the 15.
Okay.
And Little Spout adds 5 to it, and then offers that to him. Dun, 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 dun.
And
All right.
he sets it on the counter, and
It's true. I
his
do.
his
I do that.
his assistant kind of takes hold of it. Yeah, okay, where do you want this? And he takes it back from her. Ah, fine, I'll just take it to the back room myself. Whatever. And he starts going to the back room, and he leaves the door open, and he's kind of calling out, "Now, what color do you want? We have quite a few here."
Well, I suppose I have a green coat, but I turn brown when I do that. What matches green and brown?
Ah, kind of comes back a little bit later. There's one that he has a cloak in his hands, though it seems like whoever had made it
I know what color it would be.
Oh,
Purple.
I mean,
Purple goes reasonably well with both of those colors.
would you like a purple cloak, Mr. Steady Shoot?
Hold on, I'm loading up a thing. Ah, perfect. Paladin. Easy. All right. So I want to have what? I got brown and green, brown.
White and black go good with any color combination.
Right. And yes, actually, purple is the complementary color to both of, well, the triad for both of those, I mean.
Yes.
Well, he would bring out a very fancy purple-looking cloak.
Violet-y color.
Yeah, and like upon it are some very fancy markings, and well, it's decorative. Like whoever had actually made this cloak seemed to have put a little bit of artistry into it. There you are. Kind of he brings it towards you. Didn't think anybody would buy this one. It's quite large. Glad you came along.
That's perfect.
Hey. And he kind of gives a shrug. Student that made it got an A from me. It's just poor sap made it a little too big, too much fabric, but works for you. He kind of hands it off.
Plus
Oh
item.
God, you have me looking at color compliments. This is your fault.
All right. We can go off to Miss Star Dancer. She's back. You getting your fancy cloak? Trying it on.
So fancy.
The pattern very similar to Major Cloak of Displacement's nocturnal designs.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Possibly too fancy.
Star Dancer, are you back?
Yes.
Aha!
Sorry.
What are you doing?
What have I been doing? Did I see Ring Dancer going up to the top, or is that a different one?
Yes, she was not sneaking up toward the top either. It was thump, 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 thump.
I didn't know if she started above me or.
Oh no, she started below you, and you could hear her hoof steps thumping up the stairs, like as she started coming down.
Item? Actually,
A cloak is actually a shoulder item.
Shoulders item.
Yes.
Shoulders. All right.
Yes.
All right. Worn equipment: shoulders, cloak of displacement, chest, corset of the Vishkanaya. I still have that.
Otherwise known as the super huggy. It hugs so well.
But yeah, you did see Ring Dancer come up, Star Dancer.
Okay.
What are you doing in the library? You had found what you were looking for, or are you still looking for things, or? She had come from the bottom stair, if you were thinking about her exact path. She came from the first floor, obviously, thumped up. She didn't really seem to be caring about quieting her hoof steps. She was not being sneaky at all. So even if you weren't like looking directly that way, you'd hear them and be giving you more than enough reason to look over and be like, "What is that?" And just there she is.
So I hand Penguin the book that I was working on and say, Here, look up some other places. I think there's something I need to go deal with. And chase after.
Okay. Say see you later. He kind of waves. He starts looking at the book. Ooh, what are we? He opens it to start reading as you head upstairs. And tailing after Ring Dancer, you would find that uh, she's not exactly walking up the stairs. She's almost like kind of running up them. So it'd take each second to catch up to her. But you know that she is going up toward the roof, given the loud slam ahead of you that you hear from the upper floor, or the door to the roof, pretty much. Are you tailing her through the door?
Yes.
Aha! You open the door, and you are greeted with the sounds of cacophonous music. However, it all seems to kind of weirdly meld together. Gotta love bards.
Too much bard.
Yeah, wherever she is in here, she has definitely run off in a direction. You can feel free to give me a perception check.
Yay! For once I roll well.
You notice just a little flash of a tail from around around one of the corners of well, funnily enough, there is books up here. They seem to be all about music. But if it flashes around a side, and you briefly hear the sounds of what sounds to be a lute just kind of being misplayed suddenly, like, and then a small a little yell.
Yeah, with flapping my wings, I'm going to just go over everyone's head and follow her.
And what you see,
just for once.
What you see is Ring Dancer seems to have cornered one of the bards in one of the library aisles from above. A couple of his compatriots had kind of backed off a little bit, and she seems to be kind of like shouting at him. Specifically, if you're listening to it, why didn't you tell me what that was gonna do? And the bard just going, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And his bard friends behind kind of look to each other. I'm giving Miss Ring Dancer a will save really quick. They both kind of start whistling and strumming their instruments. And she seems to stop just for a second. The bard just kind of thumps down off the wall. She kind of shakes her head, looks back at them, and kind of gives a rather intimidating growl, and they just kind of run off, somewhat scared. She looks back. That's effectively what you're seeing in this scene.
Land down behind her. Walk up. Are you alright?
And she turns around. Good, of course I'm alright. What makes you think I'm not alright? And she suddenly.
You are stomping and shouting.
And
which are the typical signs of a perfectly healthy person.
She kind of clears her throat. No,
I mean, you
I'm
don't
not.
do that? Weird.
I'm not shouting. Her face is getting somewhat redder, as if she's trying to hold back the urge to start shouting. Thank you very much. Yeah, the bard just starts like trying to crawling away on his paws.
You were also assaulting a bard.
No, I wasn't assaulting you, wasn't I, buddy? And she kind of puts the arm around him as he's trying to sneak away. No, she's perfectly fine.
Why don't we go into a different room and talk about this?
She kind of released them. Fine, take me wherever.
I'll take her over to a side room on the level below.
You are greeted with many staring eyes as he kind of crawls out, and Ring Dancer follows you. The door kind of opens for you because you had already answered his riddle.
Haha.
And she sits down with you.
You could have answered it again.
All right, what? What do you want?
Did I take the bard or ring dancer?
Oh, which one were you taking?
Ring dancer.
Yeah, she's the one that with you.
Okay, because I'm like
No, she just
trying to get her to not assault the bard. So
yeah, she just kind of rolls her eyes. She seems rather exasperated. What?
you seem a little distraught.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what gives you that impression.
I'm perfectly trot.
That is a terrible pun. Don't do that again.
That wasn't even a pun. That was just a inversion.
Yes, whatever. It's terribly grammatically incorrect. Don't do that again.
You don't even understand the power of my puns.
Uh-huh.
I write as a hobby. That means the words do what I say.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
So, something happened, and you look like you need to talk about it.
Nothing happened, she says, like trying to keep her mouth as closed as she possibly can. And not looking at you. I will add.
Then you definitely need a hug. At which point I will hug her with all the fluffiness and the wings.
Give me diplomacy with a +4 circumstance bonus.
Only a +4?
I'm giving you a +4 because you already have a high diplomacy.
So that's 35.
Yeah. She can't help but smile. Thank you. And she kind of releases it. Sorry, it's just been a long, long day.
See.
And she kind of she lifts up her hoof to go like kind of like scratch at her head as she says that. You do notice there is a little bit of blood on it.
That looks like it hurt. What happened?
Oh, that didn't hurt me. And
Having other people's blood on you is never a good thing.
It was tonight, and she kind of mumbles to herself, Isdal deserved it.
I really don't want to pry into your personal affairs, but are you having problems?
Well, no, we weren't having problems until today when a certain, she kind of looks up toward the ceiling, bard decided to start meddling with unknown magic.
I really want, out of character, I really want to say I'm certain he knew exactly what he was doing.
She looks,
So that explains the bard. Do you know what he used on you?
No. Sure, Isdal does. Kind of rolls her eyes.
Well, you know, bards have a reputation. I'm sure that you shouldn't take it personally.
She kind of mumbles to herself, I hate bards. And she starts describing to you the effects of the spell and like what they had done to her and stuff like that, what she felt. You could feel free to give me either an I believe that's an Arcana to recognize what spell it is. Question mark?
Spellcraft.
Spellcraft. Okay, because I wasn't sure if it was just like just
same bonus either way, but
gotcha. Oop. Yeah, you'd know it as the matchmaker spell.
okay. That probably explains a few things, but it usually turns out okay, so what happened?
And she kind of puts a hoof to the back of her head. I may or may not, starts getting red, have gotten a little flirty because of it.
Well, yes, that's what the spell does.
Yeah. It is though, and she's getting more and more red, kind of went back to the hotel, and yeah, that's where she leaves it off.
I see.
And then it wore off. I thought he was gay. She kind of thumps her hoof.
So did he.
I. Okay.
She looks back up. I hate bards. She shouts that one.
Well, yes, that tends to be what the general consensus is.
Who would like bards? What kind of person
I don't
would be
know.
like
Who
that?
would like bards, Radical, huh?
I don't know.
Very
Like
deranged people who might run interesting campaigns.
Well, Candlelight, I believe, was with just on the bot, like a different floor. Yeah, just remembered Candlelight was with Little Spout, but Little Spout went off. But we shall go off to a Mr. Certain, Isdell, and
Okay.
Darkfire.
As I'm dealing with this.
Yeah. Isdell and Darkfire, you guys are now at. Have been at the inn. I would say it's about 9-esque o'clock.
9S.
Yeah, I suppose this is probably about when they wanted us to come back.
Mm-hmm. Feel free to give me a perception roll, Darkfire. Or you're going back to the library, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Give me just a moment. Apologies. Should get you a perception roll. Skills.
Are you going with them, by the way, Isdell? Isdell?
Yeah, hold on.
All right, I will let you
Hold on.
know. Keep that in mind, Darkfire, just depending on where Isdell goes.
Yeah.
You are?
Yes.
Ah.
I
Well.
suppose I allow him to.
Well. Darkfire, are you just going there by foot, or are you doing their fancy flying, or?
No, I'm going by foot. No point
Gotcha.
in wasting my. I believe I just have like 1 or 2 more wild shapes today.
You see more from a distance before you get there, just out in the distance, a rather like almost a hospital kind of hospital beds. There seems to be one being like almost pushed into the library from a distance that you see. A couple folks are trailing behind it. Among them, it seems to be a short hooves, a griffin, like a whiter griffin, a small goose with him, and a couple other what seem to be clerics and doctors, kind of pushing
Okay.
it through the doors.
Okay, what is it they're pushing again?
It seems to be a large hospital bed, and something is upon it, though it seems to be covered.
And they're pushing it into the hospital or the library?
The library.
That kind of nudges, don't point that out to him. That seems a bit odd. Hmm.
I mean, it is odd, but what is it?
I can't really tell from this distance.
Well, shall we get closer?
Yeah, why not? And so we pick up our speed, I suppose, to go check out what they're doing.
And I mean, they would get into the library before you quite get there. However, if you were just kind of like looking through the doors, it's a little bit later in the night, so there isn't as many students there. However, they seem to be from the doorway. They seem to have just kind of be gossiping about something that might have gone through here. And looking up toward like the second floor, you see that hospital bed kind of being lifted through. Like lifted, what seems to be by magic from a couple people on the ground up through the central, like that central like empty spaceway through up like up through the floors.
Mhm.
They're kind of following it up these stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to the 5th floor, where they kind of set the bed up on a more open space.
Hmm.
And then you kind of hear from the top. Well, you see the short host specifically that had been going with them go up to the librarian, kind of whisper something in her ear. She kind of nods.
I only see this because I'm outside, or
If you got closer to the door, this would be like what you're seeing, like, and through the big doorways that are there.
all right. I don't suppose I can hear what he's saying with the perception check.
You can certainly try, yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
DC is going to be 30 for this, though, from the distance.
Okay, and the door being in the way.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, okay, you didn't even know.
Well, they're like it's a big open doorway. The doors aren't particularly closed. However, you do get the very whispered conversation of, "We have to clear out the library for a little bit. Do you mind putting out an announcement?" And she kind of seemed a little perplexed, but says, "Okay." And she kind of holds a. She clears her throat and holds a one of her paw pads to her neck for a minute. And throughout the library, for the people who are there, you kind of hear, like, think of a PA system almost. We are sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but the library needs to be cleared out. Please grab your books. Please grab your checked out books. Proceed to the exits. Any unchecked library books, feel free to place on nearby tables, and our bookkeepers will take care of them for you. Thank you.
Hey, can you? I turned to Isdal. Hey, can you fly pretty fast?
I can fly moderately fast.
All right, because I think we need to get up to the 9th floor and come in back through the ceiling. Through the roof entrance.
Is there anybody else, or are there any of the people who yell at you around about flying?
That's just over by the druid circle area.
Yeah, they don't want people flying.
Okay. I didn't. I thought
Like out, pretty much. Isdell, outside of this main like circle of classes, it's generally okay to fly. They just don't let you fly directly over the druid circle.
I was like, well, I can make you fly as well.
We'll all fly down here.
I can just transform into a bird or something and get in there pretty easily. After all, I have a feeling we may be taking a bit of a rest while waiting.
True. And I take off and head straight.
I turn into an eagle and take off straight for the way I left.
All right, so I missed where you were going, Isdell.
Straight to the rooftop.
Yep. So we're going to. I'm gonna be leading him as well to the place where I left last, which is through that window or doorway.
Gotcha. Well. Forgive me. Sorry. I missed. I just blanked out where you were going once more, Isdell. I apologize.
He's going to the same place as me.
Okay. Sorry. And if you're just going out that main doorway, a couple other students would go out with you. They didn't seem to be particularly fazed by the presence of a bird. In fact, there's a couple more that seem to be kind of flying down from the upper floors, just the same as you were. As if there's like other druids probably studying here as well. And they seem to be kind of exiting. Star Dancer, you did hear this announcement too, through your talks with Star Dancer, or
Ring Dancer.
Ring Dancer.
I talks with myself.
Yeah, happens in a lonely library. And Candlelight was just more or less on his own, just blows out too, rather perplexed.
Huh. So should we hide or
Dancer just kind of. Dancer kind of buries her hooves in her face. I just want to hide forever. You've definitely like had a good discussion with her about all this.
Well, we'll definitely have to pick this up later because they're probably going to be checking in here.
Okay.
Are you all right now?
Takes a deep breath. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I won't.
And you won't punch him again?
Kind of. Doesn't make eye contact immediately. Just says, "Fine, I won't."
All right, let's go see what's going on.
And if you exit the door, effectively what you would see is a couple students that were up here starting to leave down the stairs, as well as like, funnily enough, the bards up top are kind of filing downward, like down the steps. They seem to be going by section, like all of the loot players would go first, and they're going by score order down the place. And they seem to be just kind of confused, and they're constantly telling each other shh, like over like somebody would whistle, and they'll start like whistling, just being casual, and then shh, we're not in the bard part of the library. Oh yeah, sorry. And that would pretty much be like a lot of the conversation going down.
Oh, man.
Huh. So yeah, make our way down to the front desk and ask what's going on.
And there's a small short hooves there that is next to the receptionist, but she's like the short hooves herself is standing up on the desk. And before the receptionist can really answer, nothing. We just need to clear out the library for now. She kind of nods her head.
Highly unusual. Whose orders are to clean out the library?
She kind of shifts a little bit. I suppose I could tell you that. And she kind of points upward toward the stairs at one of the people kind of levitating the bed up to what seems to be the 5th floor. The person doing it has a clerical symbol up on his vestiture. Specifically, you know this from Little Spout is just it is the symbol of Lashtata, though he himself is not a short hose. He's a griffin. He's just on the edge of the place, just guiding the thing in.
Why are they levitating a bed into here?
Oh, and just for your information as well, in case you missed it, the bed itself, it's like a hospital bed. It's a large one that seems to like be able to fit something like Steady Shoot, and it seems to have something on it that's just covered. And she kind of answers, no reason. Kind of jumps up and down.
Aha. Give me a second. And I'm going to go up to where what was it that was levitating the bed?
The griffin up on the edge, just kind of whispering some verbal components and doing some fancy somatics.
All right, so go up there. Why are you levitating a bed into the library?
And
I don't think you're going to read that.
And you just hear the sigh of just almost annoyance, like, if I wanted to tell you, I would have by now. Kind of keeps doing his thing. Be along.
Do I know who this is?
You know that this is the chief of medicine over at the hospital. You could give me a knowledge local to see if you might know his name. You know his name has something to do with the name Amden. Doctor something Amden. Pretty much is
yeah,
what I
that
get
didn't
from
help.
it. Wow, so what are you doing? Start answer. He just he said that and pretty much blew you off, and then kept doing his his somatics and stuff still guiding
Yeah.
the bed somewhere.
Is it off limits to do experimentation in the library?
Typically to students, yes.
I can't think of a way to get him to tell me if Drew is for. Well. This wouldn't happen to be for whatever Ack is up to, is it?
Who? He kind of like looks back, giving me that same like almost annoyed look.
What was that?
He just asked you like who in a very annoyed tone, like as if like saying like literally who, like very annoyedly. I guess it would be a word.
You know the head librarian?
Oh, yeah, him. Hell if I know. Move on. I don't need you here. Kind of
Right. Well, I guess I'll leave because I can't think of
just...
because he's an ass and I can't think of a way to make him not an ass. So.
Ah, fair. Well, if only there was a certain line of bards going down the stairs that would be able to matchmake you two.
If only.
Hell no! It wouldn't work anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It wouldn't.
That's what Isdal.
I really need to figure out what's going on with you because this is kind of hilarious. Okay, I guess we'll go back down to Ring Dancer. Actually, what happened to Pingwing?
Pingwing is just well, you had started leaving. I'll just mention this, and he just seems to be kind of going up to the 9th floor, like against the crowd. And just very briefly, as you were kind of going down, he just kind of he gave you this like little shh, and just kept going up to the 9th floor.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, go back down to Ring Dancer. Well, I guess I will maybe find out what this is about later. In the meantime, we are apparently vacating the library. Odd, but happens.
Yeah, I mean there has been special procedure like in place. Like this is like what they give you in the guidebook is that things like this might happen, etc., etc. You know.
Yeah.
It's just you might not have seen it happen more than like once or twice, if anything.
Yeah, so very unusual, but, not completely out of left field. Never happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we're leaving.
Awesome.
Where did Isdell end up? Anyway?
Yes, that's who I was going to go.
Oh, if
on.
only I were there and a completely different character.
I was
I know, right?
I was assuming that Steady Shout, Steady Shoot, and Little Spout might have just been admiring their cloak and about this time wandering back to the library. I could be wrong if you guys weren't, but
Chances are good. Since I spent all, I probably would have shopped for more stuff, but since I spent all my money and then some, no, I'm definitely coming back.
all right. And you'd come back to the site of the place.
David, are you? He's been in and out dealing with stuff, I think.
As said by David himself, he becomes a pumpkin.
Well, that's not.
However, yeah, you come back to the site Steady Shoot of the library being somewhat vacated. A couple of students are just kind of going back to their places. They were just using this as a study place more than anything. A couple of them seem to just be kind of like waiting outside the library, like they were still looking for books or something. You know, there's a general crowd that they were all doing different things. And among them, a somewhat toward the back, a little bit later, comes a star dancer, as well as a couple, like an eagle, a couple of things, and I believe Isdell, you had come out too, yeah?
Did we come out?
Wait, no, we went in.
Oh, you guys flew back in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said you went out the way you came.
No, we went to the library from the inn, saw that, and it's like, well, I want to get in there. So we're like, all right,
Oh,
well, we
gotcha.
fly to the roof and go in where I had previously left.
Gotcha. That's what. Sorry, I misheard. Well, if you're going into the library, we'll need a stealth check from you.
Oh, do they have people up on the 9th floor?
Wow, that is for me to know and you to find out.
Can I
me to know
perceive
you
for
not
people?
to.
You certainly can. However,
Look, something I'm actually decent at.
that would imply that you are in the building, and you would still need to give me a stealth check.
All right, give me just a moment.
Very nice, Isdell. And Isdell, you're just in your normal form, yeah? Didn't do any fancy polymorphs.
I don't have anything like that.
Cool.
Yet. Not to level 13.
I'm not seeing any. Wait, so an eagle is a small animal. What kind of addition do I get, or plus do I get to my stealth for that?
I know there is a bonus. Brad, do you know what that is,
Is it
or
a-
start answer?
What? A bonus for what?
For what?
Being small.
For being
For doing what?
For which, yeah.
for
what-
stealth.
Stealth
+4.
is a +4 bonus.
+4 bonus
Alright.
for being small, every rank. This is the reason why I get something like a -8 in it or something.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
for
So
each side. Well, no, yours should be a -4.
the dice
plus-
love me tonight.
Yeah.
One second.
No, I have a
one more.
-8 with stealth.
It may be +8, -8. Let me check.
Hold on. Let me. I might. Did I set?
Well,
above
regardless.
myself large?
Regardless. Darkfire, you enter the place. And it was more like Isdell had gone in very stealthily and just accidentally started closing the door behind them, and you just dunk dunk dunk. And however, on the top floor, it didn't seem that you caught anybody's attention, since the top floor itself was
Okay.
kind of vacant for the most part. But you can definitely give me a perception.
It's +4
Definitely
small,
give it what?
-4 large. You probably have -4 armor check penalty.
You'd asked if you can give perception, and I gave you time to do it.
Yeah. Give me just a moment. So after that, I do quickly look around just to make sure and see if I can locate anybody through hearing or seeing.
Well, more out of place than anything was Pingwing up on the 9th floor, looking over the balcony and taking lots and lots of notes. And funnily enough, he has one of those little boxes that you guys had seen at the game. He's kind of like peering it over the edge, giving it like little clicks with his talons, like sticking his finger into one of the different holes in the box, giving it a little tap, and putting the box back down, taking some notes.
Alrighty, well, I kind of waddle over to him. Just kind of like, hey, but quietly.
Wait, shh! They're gonna find us. I've been here
I'm
too long.
sorry.
And he goes right back to note taking, and then double takes again. Wait, what? A dog? What? Druids. You're a druid. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good. And he kind of like peers over the edge. I don't know what they're doing. It's interesting.
Well, how about we just sit here and watch and make sure we don't get caught?
And he quietly agrees. He still didn't seem to have noticed Isdell yet.
Isdell doesn't say a word.
Perfect. Well, for those peering right over the balcony, I I take it you guys are just staying in here watching this whole thing go down, yeah?
Yep.
Perfect. And I'm just making sure where everybody is. Ring Dancer would be outside with Star Dancer and Candlelight. You are in the library. And Little Spout and Stay Shoots are outside. All are outside. Just kind of waiting. However, looking down, the bed thumps down. And they kind of
I'd
wait.
just like to mention, just in case it's anything bad, I get ready to cast Fireball.
Well, they thump the bed down, and you hear a very aggressive voice from the bottom, from that griffin that had been levitating it, and he kind of shouts upward, "Is everyone out?" And you hear a voice directly across the balcony on the 9th floor. "Yeah, I don't see anybody. Get down here." One of the hospital people like starts going back down the stairs. And as they all go down, they all report that no students are in there. Not even the library keeper herself is in there. She's actually outside with you guys, Star Dancer. She's just kind of walking around, making sure everybody is fine. Like they didn't bring out any books that weren't checked out. You know. They uncover the sheets, and laying on it seems to be beautiful. Funnily enough, she seems to be like her eyes are closed, and she seems to be just kind of there resting in like a solid state. But she is atop there. All right. Look left and right. The griffin just kind of stands back, and a different sphinx comes forward. Over next to the bed, and it's positioned what seems to be in between like two different small like archways almost in like a space in the shelves of books.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of puts his paw to it, and as he does, he kind of whispers a couple different words, seemingly to himself, and then from like runes along the runes that seem to have like been etched in very subtly to where they almost wouldn't be recognizable, start glowing blue and going around each of the two pillars to the left and right, all the way down from the top to the bottom of the floor until when it meets there, something kind of starts swirling in the middle, and similar to how you had seen Ivory Drop go into her portal, this one kind of swirls into a different portal. Though from the angle that you are looking at, you can't really see what's in it. They start pushing the hospital bed into it. Pingwing is just taking like every bit of notes and like taking little pictures and everything like that he can with that little box.
Should we try to follow somehow?
I'm not sure how. Just to make sure, what they did was pretty much take the hospital bed into a different room, right?
No, they're pushing Beautiful atop the hospital bed that she's on, and they're pushing her through the portal.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
From this angle, can I see what's in the portal?
No, it's a little too steep. However, if you flew down a couple floors, you might be able to.
Do I see anybody? Do I see any other people nearby on like nearby levels that would notice me?
Yes, you do. So that would be another stealth check.
Sneak.
All right. What level is he on? Are they on?
They themselves are on the 5th level. So you'd have to go down at least 2 floors to get a good look at where they're pushing her into.
Okay, so I would just need to go down to the 7th level, but they would notice me if I tried to do so, right?
Mm-hmm. Unless you rolled stealth. high enough.
I send you a message. Maybe we should get the other.
Wait, say that again.
I send you a message. Maybe we should get the other. I send a message though because I'm still stealth and I don't want to reveal my position.
I just kind of mutter to myself, "It's like but no time."
I mean, they're pushing it through, but they are having a little bit of a hard time with it.
Wait! I might have a spell for this. Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta go find it.
Hmm.
David,
Yeah.
with Dark Whispers, I have to see people, right?
Isn't that a language, or am I forgetting something?
Well, there's Dark Whisper, and then I guess there's a spell called Dark Whispers.
You communicate through the shadows of one or more targets within range. Does that mean I have to see them?
Generally, most spells require a line of sight, unless they
We're on the
specifically
balcony,
don't.
right?
Yeah, we are
Can
on
I
the
s-
balcony.
I know that everyone else is probably still at the library. Can I look out over and see everybody?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. So, I cast Dark Whispers, and everyone in the party. So, Little Spout, Stage Crew, Green Dancer, Star Dancer, Candlelight,
Well,
everyone.
The others are outside. We're you, Penguin, and I are
Right, but we can see them outside.
No, we can't. They're on like ground level. We're on the 9th floor.
We're on the balcony. Isn't the balcony?
We're looking down in the center of the library.
Oh, are there any windows where I can see them?
Yeah.
Okay. I go to the I stealthily go to the window and cast Dark Whispers. And everyone else is like, I say to everyone else through the shadows, they're taking beauty through a portal.
Oh, that means Little Pony to the rescue! Although she has no idea where there's any portal or anything.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and, by the way,
But she's gonna save them!
I'm also gonna try and go down a couple levels or fly down stealthily.
Can you reply to a Dark Whisper? I forget.
Yes, you can, and it lasts. They can. So you have to reply out loud, and it will last for 110 minutes, and everyone can
14.
talk to the whisper.
All right, then I imagine Little Spout just immediately takes off. Where are they? That's nobody.
Okay. Sorry, distracted. What did you
first
say to
floor.
everybody again?
That they're taking beauty through a portal, and then the Little Spell just asked, "Where are they?" I say first floor.
Fifth floor.
Huh?
They're on the fifth.
First or fifth?
Fifth floor. Fifth floor.
All right.
And they barred the front doors.
She
haven't they?
loops right back. She loops in the air, woo, and then starts going straight up.
There are a couple of the hospital people that seem to be guarding that front door.
Which door?
The front main entranceway.
I mean, okay, then I go up first.
Wait, you go up to them, or you go where?
Up to the 5th floor. If I can't just walk in the first floor, then that's okay.
Well, there's no like doors up on the different floors. There's only like 2 different.
Oh man, only with that attitude, perhaps. But
oh yeah, you're right. Well, let me get to Darkfire stealth check here really quick though.
It's 14 total.
Well, I had made some rolls.
I figured.
There was somebody there, though. You seem to look away right at the right time.
Okay.
Seems to be your night.
Sort of. All right. Can I see what's through the portal?
Yes. Ahead in the portal seems to be, well, it's I would say like a mockery of the like a mock-up of the library that you're currently in. However, it looks much bigger, and like you're like looking at the entrance of a different one.
Does it look familiar?
It looks very familiar. And guarding the two doors, guarding in a sense, I suppose, just standing there as if they are guarding, are two giant, these stone sphinxes. Imagine the actual like sphinx in Egypt, like kind of like that, just on either side of the doorway.
Do they seem alive?
They seem to be stone.
Yeah, but I mean, so does Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think you have to walk up and poke one to find out.
All right. And how far is Beautiful through the portal at this point?
They're just managing to push her paws through.
Like the first part, or
Yeah.
So she's pretty much just starting to go through.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh, here it comes.
Sometimes.
Here comes that risky maneuver. I know that nervous chuckle.
Well, it's like the problem is I can't communicate with anybody else right now.
Well, you have Shadowy.
If he replies,
Oh wait, we can reply to the shadow thing.
but people will hear you reply.
But I'm
You
on the
have to
7th
talk
level.
at a
and
normal
yours from
volume,
is-
yes.
The closest guy is on the 5th level, whereas I'm on the.
If you could, I mean, holy shit! Message lasts a long time.
Can I reply to you through message, or is that just a one-way thing?
You can reply through message, and I did message you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so you can reply to my message.
So I
Dun,
replied to
dun,
your
dun, dun.
message. That's the. I see the library, the one where Ankh goes to and has. This is where I've been seeing him. It's where they have ivory drop.
Now they're taking our other party member there.
I can attempt to fly through the portal while they have it open.
If I could somehow get down there in time, I could
How-
arcane mark.
How tall is the building?
9
stories?
Nice. Yeah. How much is that in feet? So you're talking about what, 8, 10 feet a
Approximately
story?
90.
Okay, this is gonna be.
The stories are higher than the normal ones because they have bookshelves on each one of the stories. You could gander
Yeah.
that every story is about 15 feet.
Wow.
So that'd be about 135 feet.
Yeah.
This is gonna be super stupid.
Oh
Said-
yeah.
It's gonna take me about 3 rounds to get the top. No.
I can put up an ice wall in front of the portal and block them from taking beauty.
She's already partway through the portal.
Which complicates things. Just a little bit.
Only a tad.
Because I
Only
mean,
a
I
lot.
could try to just fly through the portal real quick, but then that'd leave you guys.
Yep. So yeah, you gave me the message, and my reply is, "Oh crap!" And I will cast a spell.
Ooh, spells.
Ooh, spell.
Spells. Rainbow wings. I
The power!
yeah, fly faster and leave a rainbow trail, and then begin flying straight up to get to the top of the building and teleport 110 feet. So that skips most of the dimensional slide. That's why on the second round, I guess.
I
No,
can
that's
cast-
for the same round.
Guys, I can cast silent image and make it look like someone walks around the corner and sees everything.
Go ahead.
I do
I'm
that.
on my way to the top.
And then tell you I'm gonna go for it.
Getting a phone call. Hold on.
Well, that
Getting a message.
was
Hold on.
horrible
Okay, so we have Star Dancer going up, Rainbow Wings. Pew! There she goes. Candlelight looks thoroughly upset that he doesn't have a rainbow trail of wings.
Little Spout is circumnavigating the 5th floor at an uncomfortable speed, looking for an entrance or what could be an entrance with minimal effort.
There doesn't seem to be one. There are balconies, but the doors themselves seem to be closed, and there's a slight sheen and sparkle to them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
possibly not sparkly enough.
Sparkly in the
Are you
sense
just gonna
that they.
blast the door open?
I mean, yeah, that's going to be like the next step.
Well, that is what you are seeing as you zip, you're just around and around and around. I will point out it is quite a big library, so it'd be more like if to do this in the time that you're thinking, it's just going back and forth and back and forth. Going around might take you more than 3
Out
rounds.
comes the water whip.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going around is about 0.6 kilometers.
We're gonna get thrown out of the library of the university.
Can't be thrown out of the
Maybe.
library. I'm not in it.
What are you doing today, Shoot?
Well, this is first floor, right?
Yep.
This is another day other than the day with the all of the action, right? This is the next day.
The what?
This is the day after the competition, right?
I believe it's 2 days
Yes.
after at this point.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
almost 2 days because this is the night
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna Steady Shoot is just going to run directly at them in where I've been told the portal was.
Just at the front
Alright.
door.
Then I'm going there.
Front door. Who does that?
So you are outside, and the portal is on the 5th floor.
Well, if you're
Right.
running there, the ponies or sphinxes, sorry, that are guarding the front door, kind of like they step in the way and they look up. They're just smiling nonchalantly. Sir, sorry, we can't enter the library yet.
Not even mentioned.
I just sort of roar and keep going.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Well, if you're just, it's not even the intimidation on its own. That's like you're just going, so they leap out of the way.
You have to stop a locomotive.
And you run into the big doors there that are
Run into the big doors
that
and
were-
I start up the stairs.
Well, you run into the big doors, and this is where I need you to give me a will save. Is like the shiny sheen around it seems to kind of activate.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, you've activated the GM's trap card, you fool.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh, and you're running in like full speed, and then your legs seize up, and your whole body seizes up. You are under the effects of hold person.
We will safely assume it is hold Fey.
Say yes, hold Fey. And
You know the Fae.
the two clerics, they kind of dust themselves off. Hey, what was that about? They start kind of pulling you away.
Meanwhile, Little Spout cracks the whip against the door. The poor door. What did the
The
door ever do
library
to
is
her?
under siege.
Yeah, I could tell. Jesus.
Well, it takes me 6 seconds to make my way most of the way up the building, and then I fly the rest of the way up, go in the door, if that one's not also blocked.
That one does have a shiny sheen on it as well. And feel free to give me an attack roll, Little Spout.
I mean, I doubt I'm going to miss the door, but
Well, damage just for the damage.
fine then. Be that way. Hopefully this is accurate. But it will be a full round attack, so I guess I'm on that.
Jesus.
Awesome.
Poor door.
And you start making lashes on the door. However, the wood itself, as you lash it, it seems to it shatters like you'd expect wood too. Like whoosh, and as soon as it does, it forms right back. And then you hit it again, it blows inward, and then it just kind of forms part the way back on the by the second one, and then the third one gets it a little bit more open than normal. But you're like slowly chipping away at the wood that seems to be healing itself. It's not doing it fast enough.
And yes, actually, she will go ahead and tip tap her shoes for the haste round. So she actually does have that haste attack. Because clearly, speed is of the essence here.
Click, 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 click.
I don't think I
Okay, so
made it through the shimmering barrier.
Oh. Sorry. check my
19.
notes. You actually did.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So, run through and just kind of leap off the balconies, going straight down to the 5th floor. Yay, flying. Trailing rainbows the entire way.
and about this time, Darkfire sends to Isdell through message, "I'm going for it." And from his spot on the 7th floor, as an eagle, kind of flaps up and then goes into a dive straight for the portal as they're taking Beautiful through.
And as if in slow motion, you hear that the chief that chief Griffin, who I will point out is snow aspected, by the way, like just slowly saying, "What are you doing?" You guys kind of fly down there. Were you going into the portal, Star Dancer, or?
This is all one.
I mean, yeah, what do I see by the time I get there?
You see Beautiful being pushed through a portal. You see you're an eagle, correct, Darkfire?
Yes.
You're an eagle going breakneck speed into it. You see that snow aspected Griffin from before just looking suddenly surprised as two things that he had not previously known were in here.
I've been muted this entire time. I just realized.
Yeah, you had a phone call.
Yeah, you had a phone call.
Yeah, I unmuted it, and it didn't actually unmute. I'm going to cast Ghost Sound as he starts dive bombing from where I'm hidden, and roar like a dragon, like a full-fledged dragon from where I'm.
Just to make this more confusing.
Just to try to stall them.
And what were you saying, Radical?
Well, I guess I won't call out because no one will hear me. Over the dragon.
What's going on?
I can hear you.
This is all in one round?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's not really like a combat round. It's just kind of things are happening, and you guys can feel. I'm trying to go around the table to see what you guys are doing.
Right. Well, you get a
I'm
whole.
trying to be dramatic, yo.
You get a whole person save every round.
Gotcha. Well, feel free to give me another save then.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I'm paralyzed. I'm unable to move or act.
Would you
Okay.
still be under the effect of that love
I can make
potion?
purely mental actions. Is raging a purely mental action?
Yeah, that's.
You know, I think
You get morale bonuses to the things that you're doing. So yeah.
Then I rage.
Rage is a matter of the mind.
There we go.
Nice.
And by sheer force of literal will and anger, your legs begin to move again, and the two that were trying to pull you back just kind of ow and just fall on their butts, and then you just keep going.
I just keep going. Indeed.
Suddenly, the pony they were dragging away turns into a plant.
It grows bark skin and constantly vines, and just boom, starts going.
But, I mean, isn't that how that normally works?
Candlelight must be so confused right now.
Yeah, Candlelight and Ring Dancer both are just like, they just kind of sat down and it's just like, huh, I wonder what's going. And there goes everybody. Welp.
Well, they got the. Did they not also get the shadow thing?
I did not hear that was a.
They did. I said everyone in the party did.
Okay.
And I included Ring Dancer and Candlelight because I can hit 11 people with that time.
Well, they would still just kind of be there, just. Well,
Confused.
yeah,
So
like,
confused.
I wonder what they're doing in there is kind of what they're doing, and then everybody's just like, pew! Oh.
Well, I guess they don't care about this party as much.
Well, Ring Dancer and Candlelight would kind of go up to, like Steady Shoot would like right past the people, the poor people, or poor sphinxes. They just kind of everything.
Yeah, they go up to follow Steady Shoot in. I can't carry anyone with me, so.
They just pick up the poor people, asking them if they're all right. There goes Steady Shoot.
Oh, when I rage, I cast. How long does that last for? I might cast a spell on myself.
And feel free to cast that spell on yourself as the griffin as you're diving toward it.
Yeah. It's gonna have to be. True Strike. It's gonna have to be True Strike.
Gotcha. Well, the griffin would shout towards some of the other sphinxes. All right, close it. People are in. And you see a dismissive like wave as you're diving, Darkfire, like from the sphinxes, as if they're going to. However, nothing happens, and you start hearing, Darkfire, you with your perception, the sounds of like a spell being cast from the 9th floor.
Oh, okay. I gotta give him props now. I can't be a dick to him. He's a real MVP here.
And he is certainly. You can look up just very briefly to see Pingwing, claw distended toward the portal, muttering something to keep it open. And
All right, I guess we're diving in because we can't hear me over the dragon roaring.
yeah, you just see this. You just see the eagle just through the portal. And
Good thing I carry all my stuff with me.
very briefly,
Dark
Darkfire,
holding.
you feel.
So, you mentioned before that the door seemed to be healing slower each time I bashed it.
You're essentially attacking it faster than it could heal itself, but it is a slow process.
Well, see, she doesn't need it to be bashed into it as oblivion. She just needs it to be bashed enough for her small little body to go flying through it.
Sweet. Its DR is 30, and it has a total of like 50 HP. Well, I guess.
Wait, it has hardness 30?
Or sorry, hardness 25. I was thinking of a different thing.
That's still really high.
Yeah,
Man, that's
it's a
impressive
magic.
door.
It's like a prestigious magical library, David. they put protection in place and effort into the doors.
That's
Well,
how it is.
would you
But,
have
how many? I mean, doors don't normally have tons of hit points, but I'm assuming the magic also gave it more hit points.
Yeah, pretty much. If you hit it for like another, I guess, like I would say like 15 more HP, you would get enough to be able to shove your way through there since you're small.
Because I think if Steady had
Well,
enough time to
I
maybe let it
believe
will
the
save.
correct answer would then become, instead of so she can see that this is not fast enough, she will have to call upon the powers, all of the powers. She will
Ooh.
scream, because screaming is always the answer, as a move action, and then she will hit the door with like way too much power.
Oh,
Oh my.
oh my, oh my.
my.
Goodbye, door.
So she goes, "Ah!" she runs this steam, just
Yeah,
Blows
it's like an entire just torrent of water suddenly like flows in, like slow motion. Darkfire's diving into the portal. Stardancer gets to the thing. Pingwing holds the thing open, and suddenly this giant torrent, right as the dragons like roar, just through the door.
Front door.
Yep,
gates.
diving in the portal.
And, you could just think of Blue Danube like playing through this whole thing. Da, 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 da. This is the whole thing. like,
But only during the slow motion shots. During the full speed shots, doesn't do anything like that.
yeah, and
course
steady,
not.
steady shoot right as you
Silly.
get toward the. If you're sprinting upward toward the place, you would be about in like this I'd say the 3rd floor as you see this torrent of water from the 5th, like just kind of wash inward through the middle of the thing, and a couple
With the-
pieces of wood along with it.
Does it stop me?
No, I'm just saying this is what you are seeing.
All
yeah.
right.
In case it is of any concern to you. Darkfire, the briefest moment as you are like going through this portal, your breath seems to kind of be almost sucked out of your lungs, and you just kind of run out of air for a minute, and then you're able to kind of like inhale a little bit more. What's around you seems to be like a giant sort of almost enclosure, though you can't really pin on where the walls are. You just know that they're way out there. Somewhat like in video games when you can see a skybox, but you can't really pin on how far away that skybox is because it's a skybox.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that.
It's meant to look far away. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And ahead of you,
at least 100 feet away are those two colossal like stone structures, stone sphinxes, that are there standing sentinel on what seems to be like giant open, the giant doors of a library. It seems to be mimicking the same structure as the one that you guys came out. It just seems like to be scaled up a lot bigger. Um, it has like all the same stylings of it. Like there's like the kind of Egyptian styled eyes on like pillars on the outside that frame the doorway. Um, and that would be what you feel and see as you kind of enter the portal.
Aha.
Okay.
However, the portal is still open. So
Also, is there plenty of room, like going through? So take it like there's a lot of room upwards.
oh yeah, you could fly directly upwards if you'd like to.
So basically, I go through and I use the momentum from the dive to then go straight up, and hopefully as like far out of sight and out of reach for now as I can.
Give me a fly check.
Oh boy.
You're going from a dive to changing direction very suddenly.
It's a gradual.
I will be having to do this too as I dive through.
I mean,
Oh,
Nice.
Little Spout see this at this point, or no?
Yes, you can. You're pretty much seeing whatever Star Dancer is now doing right now. And
No.
You were able to do that, Darkfire.
Sweet.
What are you doing?
Of course,
Star?
that immediately turns into adventure.
My fly skill is going to be ink because that increases my maneuverability. One sec.
Oh, you're checking your all your fly bonuses.
Yeah. Well, because the thing increases my maneuverability. The spell increases my maneuverability.
Gotcha.
That should be nice. Natural 20.
Oh,
And
nice.
with a plus 16. So dive through, pull up.
And now you follow the
Stop and hover.
the eagle. You see this little spout?
Yep.
I see an eagle fly through.
Yes.
Was there something else that I saw?
Well, you see eagle and then Star Dancer, both running after the other.
Oh, well, then the answer is very clear. And off she goes, zooming at the speed of 50 feet running, which means 200 feet.
And you're just are you going to just try to leap over that chasm, float a little bit, and then land, and then just run into the portal?
I'm assuming she just flies straight through it.
That's fair.
She has no reason to stop what she is doing.
Both you and Star Dancer both feel that brief moment of like your breath leaving you and then coming right back. Just going through it. Steady shoot. Thump, 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 thump. You have reached the 5th floor, and you just seen Little Spout, whee, like right across the way. In front of, like right in front of you is a very angry-looking snow-aspected griffin, and a small goose next to him. Somewhat angrily running up to the portal to see, like yelling, "What's the holdup?" And one of the sphinxes just being like, "I can't close it."
Right. Is
More
everyone else
intimidation.
Right. So they're right in front of me. So I stomp up and say, "Can I intimidate through Verdant Rage?"
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'll see why not.
If you could
But
not
I'm gonna
intimidate
say,
in a rage,
"Don't."
just
That would
don't.
be a sad thing.
Would the
No, look, it says except intimidate.
Now,
so-
you don't actually get that +4 against the griffin because he is your same size category.
He's a large creature?
Yep.
Oh,
he's,
okay.
He's snow aspected. Snow aspected get large.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They are the big snow kitty.
But his goose will be so intimidated.
Oh yeah, his goose is. Oh, this roll.
His
Okay.
goose is.
oh, how the
king,
turns
bro.
have tabled.
Well, it was your intimidation doesn't seem to scare him, more just startle him into like kind of just like thumping to the side a little bit, like if you were just trying to go through. As he kind of turns around and the cleric himself gives like you a very angry look. You were told to wait outside. I mean, if you're running past, you're running past, but that is what he is shouting at you.
I feel like, it's just a random murderer with a gun just runs past. Your book is tardy.
Well, he does clutch at his holy symbol, and
As you do.
and to any
Right. Where is everyone else? Is anyone else here?
I'm still here.
Yeah, Isdel's still there.
Has anyone,
Isdel,
did
you
I
would
see
know,
anyone else go into the portal?
you saw Little Spouts. You saw just Little Spouts.
Star Dancer and
No, he was running up the stairs. He didn't see that.
oh,
But Little Spout mainly. Isdel, and I guess depending on how you want to take it in your rage, because that's usually a fluff thing, you would see him start casting a spell, Steady Shoot, which
Who
you're
is?
next. The cleric next to you, the griffin.
Okay.
He clutches at his holy symbol and like starts. He's backing up a little bit if you're just going forward, like away from you, kind of just.
Yeah, I'm trying to make my way through. Can I make an overrun or bull rush? Can I just shove him out of the way?
You can certainly try, yeah.
All right.
Nothing's
Um,
stopping ya.
if he's casting, does he get an attack of opportunity on that?
His casting has no effect on us, whether or not he's wielding a weapon. Is he wielding a weapon?
He is not wielding a weapon unless you consider his holy symbol a weapon, because he is a cleric.
And he's pretty bad at making attacks of opportunity.
That being said,
Oh, but he might have a beak.
he does have a beak. However, he is not using it.
Huh?
I'm just being fair. Technically,
Yeah,
you
I
could
got you.
Beak it. No, stop it! No, stupid beak.
Steady Shoot. You could.
I'm basically just trying to decide if I need to consume. I just for safety's sake, I'm gonna consume my what's it called? I'm gonna go ahead and consume my the spell I cast. True Strike. There we go.
Very
Hello?
nice. Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Oh, okay,
waiting for
okay.
what you're.
So that's 20 to that. So 49.
I mean, yeah, you bull rush him.
Yeah, I get everyone out of the way and I get through the portal.
Very nice. He bull rush do any damage? He has to roll a concentration. Yeah.
I don't know if it does damage, but it might make him roll a concentration.
I mean,
yes.
it would definitely be rough and unexpected movement, so at least he would have to concentrate on that.
Yeah. At least he would have to roll his concentration for it. I don't think it does any damage. I'm not trying to do damage.
Concentration for that is just 1 plus your cast level plus your spell modifier. Yeah.
Too bad it's
Uh,
not minus the
Concentration,
attack check.
concentration is 1d20 plus caster level plus casting mod. Yes.
Gotcha.
The DC is the part that varies around a whole lot.
Alrighty. What is the DC for just?
And I
rough
do not
movement?
remember what the DC is for this. It's
Well,
not one of the standard
He had
ones. Like,
he had
being
rolled fairly
constantly
high on his roll. Plus, he gets like a plus 15 to certain things, and
so he's
Another thing.
probably fine. Jerk.
well, like no, like you do bull him over, and and he kind of turns and thrusts his claw forward towards you once more.
to finish off his spell. Right as you start stepping in through the portal, and I need you to give me a will save. Steady shoot.
I'm sure this will have no negative consequences.
Sigh.
Nice. And you feel
That's a
that
no.
you feel that same sensation of hold person. However, you just as you start stepping through it, you force yourself through the sheer will of your anger to keep on going.
Mm-hmm. That would be as if I lose, as if it's not between that 3 I get for my rage bonus.
Your force of will, right? All right. So if I have this straight, Darkfire. I'm just gonna put you guys on this side. Darkfire is there. Guard Answer is there. Now Steady Shoot is there, and Little Spout is there.
Everybody's there. It's party time.
We have no idea if this is like hostile at all in any way. There are doctors taking her into another place. It might be for more treatment.
Well, yes, but they're being ridiculous about it. So
and this also happens to be where we need to be anyway.
Yeah, yeah. My plan is literally if it's just normal stuff like sorry, oops, my bad.
Right, and that's why. Well,
I really appreciate your insight to that logic. I I love you for that.
What?
Radical.
Look, if it doesn't work out,
taking care of something like this for more treatment. God bless you.
I mean, to be honest, though, I might be like, this is where they took Ivory Drum.
Oh no, that's totally the reason why he's raging and so angry about it. Normally he would probably just run.
Oh yeah, Mr. Love Potion.
Yes, exactly. That's like, well, I would probably do it if I saw everyone else doing it, but in lieu of that, it's super aggressive, just all on my own.
All right, Isdal, you were the only one that is not through this portal. You just roared like a dragon. I didn't hear any other input for what things that you wanted to do or were doing. However, Pingwing is in front of you, seemingly casting a spell that you could certainly roll a spellcraft with if you want to, or do whatever you are going to do.
Speaking of never mind, I'll wait.
I send a message through the shadows to the other two, Ring Dancer and Candlelight. Are you coming with?
And you hear a very annoyed whisper back. No, they just bowled over these poor clerics.
And I just send back, then wait here for us, and I dive down.
Whee! And if you're diving down, you
straight to the portal.
You hear Pingwing start like he was just about to stop with his voice, but then he sees you and he picks it back up again, and he keeps his claw held there, and his eyes are clenched shut, and he kind of has some sweat like flowing down his.
Okay.
Pingwing MVP.
What's the worst that could happen?
And I dive through the portal.
Woo! Now, are you doing any fancy maneuvers?
Like into the portal?
Yeah, like are you going in there and then pulling back up, or just like trying to keep flying? Because you are diving down into the into a small area, but pulling up slightly, and you can either go up or just kind of under the ground, like like an aircraft.
Wait, if you go in right after Steady Shoot, you might just right into him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Whee! Thump. You feel that brief moment of having.
I mean, I was gonna ask if I could use hydraulic push as I got near the ground to like push myself away from the ground, but
if you would
Don't
like,
you have wings?
I do have wings.
He's a Persian. He's a clumsy flyer.
Oh, okay.
I dove without really using my wings. I use my wings pretty much to guide me like a missile. So, like, could I use hydraulic
missile?
You certainly, you certainly can, as though, and if you did, it just like you'd press up toward the ground. Funnily enough, as you hydraulically push toward the ground, the water it splashes against it and then just kind of dissipates. However, it gives you the thrust that you need to get over Steady Shoot. Then your spell stops, and you just kind of and then land on your feet.
That should give me enough. Yeah. Yeah. It gives me enough time to land.
Very nice. And you could feel free to give me an acrobatics with. Actually, yeah, give me an acrobatics with a
I'm gonna say +4, just for the fact that cats land on their feet. So.
Okay, so
Why
whatever,
not?
this is +4.
Why not in this
Just
instance?
painfully arbitrary.
18.
Nice. Actually, the +4 to jump would make sense here anyway. So, whee, thump, and you land on your feet. You're just in front of Steady Shoot, which it's up to Steady Shoot if he wants to keep on going. But that is where you are.
Right. Well, I need to see where I am now that I'm through this portal.
Did Ring Dancer and Candlelight follow?
They did not. However, looking back, even if you did, the portal would just start slowly shrinking back onto, like, pretty much what you guys came out of. It was just like a stone slab almost, just a wall, with the portal coming out of
fun.
it. And
Okay. It's past 11, so
yep,
this seems like a good place to stop.
Yep, and the last thing you see is just Pingwing just pulling up his claw right as the couple of other griffins and them looking back at him, and he pulls it away, and the portal shuts. You guys are here.
Oh, fun!
All right. Is it danger looking? Are there danger things? I'm looking around, glaring intently.
Are there very dangerous noodles around?
I don't care. I will be casting my other defensive spells immediately.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'm gonna let rage expire then.
Woo!
Poof. How many rounds was that? Give me a number.
3.
Okay.
4. Sorry, because you got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Sure.
4.
Okay. 4 rounds of rage.
Woo!
My health is low. Did I heal up to full, or am I just
And in case
mostly dead?
And in case for those who just didn't miss the too long didn't read description of what's in here, it seems to be like a scaled up version of this library times like 50. Just like in front of you within 100 feet. And almost kind of like intimidatingly there as if to like guard the doors, or like two what seem to be giant stone sphinxes. They don't seem to be moving at all, or like their eyes don't seem to be moving or anything like that, but they're just there. Kind of like how, you know how in like olden style houses they have the gargoyles outside the place that just kind of like guard it? Kind of like that. Though these are colossal, and they are many, 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 many times your size. And the doors ahead of you just to the library just seem to be there and open. Doesn't seem to be anything else other than that you could see. But you could take that as danger, if you will, or however you guys want to take it.
Well, I'm going to cast Shield.
Nice. Well, we will resume this next time on Dragon Ball Z.
And I'm down to health already.
Kind of funny. That snow aspected griffin, he's like level 15.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, you rolled a pretty high save there. Pretty low.
I rolled an 11.
Well, it was like total 21, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because that's a 10 bonus after I get my after I have my rage bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, rage bonus.
Yay, rage bonus indeed.
We are ready to rage against the machine.
I just like that it's like I get hold person, and then I'm like, raging is a mental action, right? Yes, I do that.
I feel
to give me the mental bonus.
I feel like Dr. Goose's attitude in this situation didn't help the fact that it looked super shady.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
totally.
yeah.
If he had just told me exactly what was going on, I would have been, oh, hey, can we follow along? Because this is our friend.
This is our friend. Also, we totally need to get there anyway. It's perfect.
Wait, you recorded this, right, Casey?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And we left.
Oh yeah. Say bye to the recording, by the way, guys. Bye.
Bye.